What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Moats Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's good, bro?
Come on, baby. We a day away, huh? I see the jersey. You looking real sharp over there, man. I like it. I like it. How you feeling?
Gotta represent.
Come on, man.
Come
on, man.
Right now because
come on, baby. Talk to me.
I
now.
like what Slovis did at the pep rally yesterday.
Okay.
Said F West Virginia. Did you see it?
I did not. Tell.
You didn't see the video?
No, so yeah, yesterday was like crazy busy for me. Like I had like a couple things on my plate, so I actually did not get a chance to see this. So educate me, pretty please.
So I didn't get to see what fully happened. But all I got to see was him walk up on stage.
Yeah.
Say quick final thing, and it was F West Virginia. Like drop the mic moment.
Yeah.
I love it. That's the type of stuff I love. He's got to back it up now.
Yeah.
I just think he put some added pressure on Pitt and himself. But if you back it up, I don't care.
For sure. Well,
it got me amped.
I'm at least loving that energy. I obviously work with the West Virginia player or West Virginia person as well. They're excited, but I'm not gonna lie, they don't sound as confident about their team day before the game. I'm just throwing it out. I know. Look, and that's the same thing I said. I said, bro. Now I've been working with you for a couple years now. You are the W of W's. You can't get up here and talk about. I think it's gonna be a good game, but we're gonna lose by 3. I don't want to hear that. Yo,
that's Wes.
That's what he told me, bro. And I called. I said, yo, Wes. I said, bro, come on now. You can't beat this W. He's like, nah, man, I am. I'm still passionate. I'm just a realist. That's what he hit me with today.
Come on.
I said, man, I ain't heard none of this realist stuff all these days leading up to this game between West, between TG, between Mike Logan. No. I haven't heard anything from TG. TG text me. And he just simply was like, the game is coming. He's down in Florida. He's down in Florida. Because, they got a game coming up this week. So I was like, all right, I'm trying to see if he's even going to pull back up on Friday because, we're in the morning. And I just don't know his schedule in terms of him being a coach and stuff like that and their travel. But, yes, man, when I heard, I'm like, yo, bro, what you doing, man? Even if you know in your heart that they're better, you can't say that for the opener. Nah, not for the opener, man. Come on, baby. So, because that's how I am with JMU. I'm like, JMU, we open up at home versus Middle Tennessee State. It's our first,
You'll be all right.
We rub it. For me, I'm not scared. I'm over here like, bro, we going to do what we do. Like, that's my energy. I got us picked to win. I don't care. It's the opener. That's all I'm saying, man. But when my man hit with that, that's why I say, yo, West, bro, what's happening, man? What is happening? Can't be like that, man. So it's good to hear that you're not like that right now, man.
Oh, definitely not. Definitely not. I feel great about our chances. I think we have the better team, as seen in the spreads.
Yeah.
I don't like the extra bulletin board material. But if Slovis is an OG like that, if he's as gangster as we're thinking.
Tough. I didn't know he said all that.
I don't care then. Tough. Win this game. I don't care. Say whatever the hell you want before any game here on out.
Because that's like Baker energy.
It is.
Baker in college was an icon, bro. When that flag, we all like, yes, keep it going. But he was backing it up, and that's different. So as long as Slovis backs it up, man, we are all for that type of energy, bro.
Yeah, especially with it being the first backyard brawl.
Come on, man.
And what, a decade
Come on,
plus.
man. Come on now.
First game right off the gate. Yeah, you back it up. Say whatever the hell you want.
You need that. That's the energy you want, man. 100%. So with that being said, then, dude, let's go ahead and get this show started the way we always do. Let us know where you are tuning in from so we can give you those big boy shout outs. And you better believe we got plenty of roster stuff that we got to talk about today, man. Nothing like that first initial 53-man roster, right? All the surprises, good and bad.
Yeah, some trades too.
Absolutely, man. Love the movement. Let's go.
Kung Fu Kenny. The 6'7",
the Kung Fu Kenny. Let's get it.
The ATL. C-Dez 86, sup, from Nova.
What it do? What it do?
540.
Let's go. That's a little Northern Virginia action for my VA people.
Nice.
Yeah.
Alien Vigil from the 661, Palmdale, California, to the 361, Corpus Christi, Texas.
Okay.
Everyone's pulling Trina Still Divas now.
That's what it is.
They saw that she could pull it off and say, I'm tuning in from all these different places. Now everyone's putting in multiple spots.
3 spots. Hard, too.
Yep.
Hard. I'm like, man, all right. Well, I like the versatility there, man.
Heather Delp, 717 Central PA. Birthday is tomorrow. Any way to get a happy birthday shout out?
Sure. Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. You better believe it, man. Enjoy your birthday. Hope you turn all the way up. Make it black and go to your soul, baby. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Jake Malesio. 919 NC in the house. As always.
Let's get it.
I'll say a couple more.
Heck yeah.
Cody James tuning in from the 860 Bristol, Connecticut. What's up, fellas?
What would it do?
Cal Monier, the 802 Green Mountain State, baby.
Let's go.
And last one,
we know the Green Mountain State now.
Vermont, yeah.
Vermont, you better believe it. We're confident about the Green Mountain State. I'm glad you remember that first, because as soon as I said, I was like, Maine. I was like, no, it's not Maine. It's Vermont. Yep, definitely Vermont.
Stan Claire checking in from the 905 Toronto.
All right, let me tap in here real quick, man. I got my man Quan Black tuning in from Newark, New Jersey. Shout out to Newark, New Jersey, man. Checking in from Franklin, Massachusetts as well. So he's doubled up. Man, you know the homie David Dupree, a.k.a. DD Smalls, tuning in from his favorite location, the golf course. Hopefully you're staying cool out there, you know, because you know he's down there in Florida and stuff like that. Shout out to Noah Harris, the 864 Union, South Carolina. Brian Wilson, the crib, 757, home of Marcus and Mike and a lot of other people, but Marcus and Mike Vick, absolutely. Well, you know mostly from the crib, baby. Holla at your boy. But yes, love that 757 action. You better believe it. And then I will stop with, and it just jumped. Wait a minute. Dang, I just had the name and it left me.
Man.
Don't you hate when that happens? Oh, man.
Bummer to whoever you're about to shout out.
Hold on. Oh, I found her. Erica Esslinger. The 910, Fayetteville, North Carolina. Shout out to Fayetteville, North Carolina. All righty. So, with that being said, holy cazzola, we got a ton of them supers pulling up today already. All righty, let's get it.
Ready?
I'm about to say, yeah, I'm ready. I was asking, should I take a picture again? I kind of like how that worked out last time.
It's up to you. You do what you got to do, because I'll read through them right now.
All right, well, let's do it. You know what?
You do what you got to do.
You better rock out there, Deke. And when it jump, I'll just take pictures and we'll send it that way, all right?
It's up to you.
Yeah, we ain't going to live in our fears. Let's get it.
Come on, yeah. Looking at the final 53, we're stacked this year.
Oh, no, without a doubt, man. We got plenty of talent, man. Plenty of talent out there, man.
Yeah, for sure. I like our lineup. We could use some help maybe on the offensive line, but we made some moves.
You know how this is about to go. I just thought about something. We about to make this a pseudo first topic anyways, because we're going to be talking about this first thing anywho, you know? And we know everybody's going to want to talk about this. I'm going to throw the graphic up there and make it simple. Kill two birds, one stone. How about that?
Oh, people want to talk about the cuts and stuff?
Maybe. I thought there was a strong possibility that they might want to talk about 7 wide receivers, Derek and Connor. I just, you never. It was just a guess. We'll see, though, right?
Yeah,
we'll see.
Okay, next one. We got Cal Monier saying, glad McFarland is at least on the practice squad. Yeah, he just got picked up today. Okay. I don't know if you saw any of the practice squad pickups.
I did not see the practice squad just yet.
McFarland, It's only 3.
Okay.
McFarland's re-signing with us. And then we got LeGlue coming back.
Okay.
Ryan McCollum.
Okay.
Never heard of him, but I guess he was on our roster this offseason.
Okay.
For at least some period of time. We released him yesterday. Now he's back.
Yeah.
Never heard of him, though.
Fair enough,
Good for him.
He said good for him. Practice squad, I mean, it is. He'll be all right.
I don't know if I want to bring this up now or wait till someone else brings it up. Speaking of practice squad, Oladokin. Not on the Steelers anymore, officially.
All right.
Chiefs.
Oh, he's got a claim by them?
Yep. Practice squad.
Okay.
So maybe it was a waste of a pick.
It's still early right now, though, isn't it?
It's still early. It's just like if you were going to pick him up, never give him reps, and then waive him, it's like maybe you could have picked up an extra corner or something like that. Because you see Mark Robinson, 7th-round pick, he made the roster. That's my whole thing.
Because I think if we picked up a corner, who would the corner have gotten reps over in this training camp?
Maybe they just could have been a darling that they could have surprised. That's all I'm saying. Because Oladokin was never going to get a chance with the 3 quarterbacks ahead of him.
True.
That's really all I'm saying. But if we picked him up back on practice squad, I wouldn't have thought as much of it being a wasted pick because Pickett's the only guy that's going to be on our roster guaranteed going forward, I would assume.
Yeah.
So he could have maybe carved out something for next year. But now that he's on Kansas City, feels like a waste of a pick. I think I was wrong on that one.
Fair enough.
With how everything played out, at least. All right, we got AJ Martinez. Happy Wednesday. Blessings to all.
What'd it do?
What colors are shown on the chat for more than $100 super chats? Moats and Deke, the #1 podcast. I'm on early. It's a busy day, but catching the replay, I hit the like button already as well. 7 for life.
Let's go. I was kind of confused. So is he on the replays on the load? Or he's saying that even when he's busy, he still catches the replays?
Yeah, I think
that's the answer.
I think he's on right now just to say what's up, and then he's busy. He's going to come back and hit the replay.
Okay.
He already hit the like button.
Yeah. And then in terms of the color, I think everything has different variations of color.
I don't know if we got 100
Deke's
plus
side,
yet.
Yeah, Deke's side shows the colors a lot bigger. Mine are like smaller, but I'm looking at a different format, obviously.
I think the chat I see is what everyone else sees.
Okay, got you. Because you see how my screen look. My screen, I don't have all that color
it
like
just has it in like a little space next to the name.
Yeah.
All right, Camonier. Thank you, AJ Martinez.
No, absolutely. Salute you, though, man. And whatever you are doing today, man, make sure you're being careful out there, taking care of it, and, being efficient as possible.
He says, Lane to the Giants. Hope he gets a chance there. Yeah.
So is he on active over there, or did he get practice squad?
I think he got picked up on waivers.
'Cause that's the one thing about this time frame right now, man. It's going to be a lot of shaking, a lot of moving, man. Whether we talking guys getting claimed, the guys that you think are on the 53 final roster that was made official yesterday at 4 o'clock, the next couple of days, that can still shift. So that's the other part of this thing, man. Because obviously, what we know for a fact, that DeMonte Casey being on active roster for us right now, that's not going to be the case in these next couple of days. But logistically, as we talked about, you had to have him on your active roster when you first made those cuts. So you're still going to get some type of movement. And we'll talk even more in depth about some of these specific groups and, potential movement that we might see there as well.
We're hearing a lot of good things about Casey's injury, though.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They're saying 6 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So from this point, that'll be week 4, but I don't know what type of IR they're going to put him on.
No,
so if they give him a 6-week IR.
Remember, I thought they were doing just regular IRs now, because you can come back now. They remember, what was that, last year or year before when they started shifting it, and it was just basically you're able to come back now. Yeah, it's not week to week, but if you put on IR, you can come back. That's the thing. Remember at first it was like, okay, there had to be a short term versus long term IR. Then they got rid of that and just like, yo, whoever, because I think we had this situation with was it Pouncey for us the one time where we were trying to determine who was going to be the one that we're designating to come back, and it was like, all right, well, if you pick wrong, well, now you stuck. Well, and after that was when they had shifted. I forgot what year that was specifically though.
Yeah, but because we were putting dudes on IR left and right last year.
Mm-hmm.
McFarland to it. I can't remember who else we did early on.
Yeah, because it wasn't going to have that same type of ramifications with it now.
Yeah, good luck to Justin Lamb.
Yeah.
Big Zay, 2 X's, 419 in this. I need to do this better. 419 in this. Oh, here it is.
Oh my God! I was about to say, Deke, bro, come on.
I thought he was smoking a joint. A joint.
Bro, what are you doing?
No. Here's what I got. I thought he was saying this joint is smashing right now. Like this joint's hitting real nice. That's what I thought he was trying to say.
You were over there struggling. I'm looking like, bro, am I tripping? Or is Deke tripping right now, man?
419 in this joint. Smash the like, Yinzers. Yes, indeed. That's how it should have read.
Bro, you had a time with that one. Salute you though, man.
I thought he was smoking a joint.
It's all good,
and
man.
He was saying this joint's really good. I'm smashed right now or something. I don't know.
And it was even funny when you correct yourself the first time. He was like, oh, I got it out.
And I botched it again.
All good.
Big Zay, 2 X's though with the follow-up. Says, Deke, that bus card hit different. Moats, can we get the X for the culture?
What am I missing?
Oh, and it's Zay 2 times, by the way. Okay, he doesn't want the 2 X's, the double X.
Okay. Zay 2 times.
Big Zay 2 times.
Big Zay 2 times. I like it.
All right, you throwing up that X?
Like my sack celebration right now?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what he's asking for.
Nah, man, I ain't doing all that. Nah. But I liked it, though. I like the thought process, though. That's for special occasions, baby. Come on now. I haven't done it since I had a sack. It's a special occasion,
All right, if Pitt wins tomorrow and gets 5+ sacks,
no.
Connection to 5-5.
No, you have to remember, I don't have ties like that to Pitt. If JMU puts 55 up this weekend, though, I got you.
I feel like it's a win for the podcast, though, because I'll be coming in on Friday excited, and the vibes will be really good.
Are you going to do the AB dance again? I like that.
Maybe.
I like what you just
I might just do that, because I like it now. It's a vibe. Matthew Gisner. Love being a Steelers fan, living in Baltimore. One reason why I watch daily is for extra ammo versus these Ratbirds.
Okay.
Space Talk was one of the best last night.
Well, salute you then, man. I'm glad that you had, not a new one, but just, catching up, stuff like that, because obviously that's the beauty of it. If you don't get it live, it stays on replay, man. That's the thing that we do love about this whole internet dynamic, man. But salute you, though, man. Behind enemy lines, holding it down. We're going to keep giving you ammo. You better believe that.
I get what he's saying. You got to have ammo for
the
debates. You can't be losing.
If you live behind enemy lines, that's like living in Cleveland and not, having your guns ready to go, man.
Gotta be on your P's and Q's.
Absolutely, man.
Big Zay 2 times. Rewatching our last game. LOL. Why them Hayward boys got them skinny legs and round torsos?
Yo, you wild for that.
How y'all boys on this beautiful but hot Wednesday?
For that, man.
It's not that hot today. I don't know if he's tuning in from Pittsburgh. It's been hotter earlier this week.
After Sunday's game, man, this is not hot. Sunday's game was hot. Yeah.
Young Poppy Benito. What's up, Moats and Deke? First day of class today. Low key gonna have on the show during class. Go Steelers.
Salute. I mean, that's first day of class, man.
Headphones should be able to make that work, right?
Yeah. Or you turn the volume down, put the captions on.
Right.
Man, that's another option.
Are they good with it? Google, YouTube, are they pretty good with our captions?
I don't know. I don't be checking like that. I'm just saying. It's captions. It can't be that. Captions is better than nothing. That's all I think. Because I don't know how their school system works. Collegiately, high school. I'm not particularly sure which grade level he is in. But some people, they might be tripping on headphones. That's all.
They could be.
Yeah.
They could be.
I don't know.
I don't know how strict teachers are these days.
I'm going to say some of them, I'm like, I don't think it's a big deal. But at the same time, I don't know 100%, man.
If you're in a big class, you're good. If you're in an auditorium, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
I don't know how it is once you start getting into that 30, 40 people in a class range and lower. But thanks, dude.
Yeah.
Fish Momentum. What's good, Moats and Deke? Hashtag here we go. Hashtag Hail to Pitt. Black and Martyr giving us some support.
Now, we did have some clarification. Juan Rangel, he just said there are no captions for the lives.
Really?
So I wonder if that is doing the actual live portion, and then once we, when we finish the live, and now it's like on replay and stuff like that, does that change?
Yeah,
because I've actually never looked into it then.
They probably pick them up after.
Yeah, because I can see that being the case, though, being an issue in terms of this being a live thing. It's like, well, but then again, man, it's a computer doing the captions anyways. What's the difference between it being a regular video versus being a live video? It's automated. It ain't like somebody over here typing it in.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Maybe they just didn't want to put their resources to that at this point.
Hey, it's like that sometimes, but all is well.
Fish Momentum. Pitt gonna lay the smackdown. Hashtag Backyard Brawl.
Okay.
I'll take a win.
Don't you come in here with that soft energy now, Deke. We need big Deke energy, not small Deke energy, man. Come on now.
No. I'm confident, but I'm not trying to get over cocky here.
Why not?
Win. That's all the goal is. Get in and out with the win.
Gosh.
That's it.
Oh my gosh.
And we're gonna do that. If you want confidence,
gosh.
there's your confidence right there. We're gonna do that.
Okay.
We're gonna do that. Fish Momentum. I love the guys we picked up. Hashtag Steelers Week 1.
All right. Let's get it. Oh, I did have two that came up in here as well. Black and Marty just showing some love. And Official Momentum, he also said, what's good, Moats and Deke? Hashtag here we go. And hashtag Hail to Pitt. Yeah, but other than that, you good.
Yeah. Matthew Gisner again. Penn State over Pitt. Come on.
Oh, my God.
When will they play each other again? I'm not sure. Maybe when Pitt joins the Big Ten. Yeah, I really don't know. I mean, these deals... there's not really a rhyme or reason for the deals and when they get done. Because randomly this Backyard Brawl got agreed to, 5-6 years ago.
Yeah.
The Pitt-Penn State rivalry got agreed to, but then it's only for like 3 or 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's any rhyme or reason. It's just whatever's best for that individual college, they'll try to make something happen. So if we see, we got some openings in like 5 or 10 years, why don't we bring back Pitt-Penn State? They reach out to Penn State. Does it work for Penn State? Because who knows what other out-of-conference that they got. That's what I'm thinking. I just feel like it's the Wild Wild West in college right now. I don't think we really have anything to look forward to where it's going to be just like, set in stone. We're always going to be getting Pitt, Penn State. Unless we're in the same conference.
Well,
which will be
who
sick.
knows? We will see, man. The way everything is still shaking and moving, I'm sure over the next couple of years we can still have some more movement, man.
Yeah. Fish Momentum. Sweet Caroline, let's go Pitt.
Oh.
No.
Oh, I've mixed it up. My bad. I'm with you. Sweet
I've
Caroline.
never heard that one.
You ain't heard that word before? Oh, man, I thought that was how the regular song went. Man.
Nope.
That's what I've been hearing all day today, bro. I ain't know. Okay, we good. So how's the regular song go?
It's Let's Go Pitt after Sweet Caroline.
Oh, it's Let's Go. I thought it was Eat something else.
On the bum. It's Let's Go Pitt.
Okay. Fair enough. I thought they was feeding him something during that time, but I'm glad.
The tradition is in between the third and the fourth quarter. Everyone gets up and sings the song.
There we go then. Hail to Pitt. Let's get it, man.
Fish Momentum says, Deke and Moats, you check out Ambition's music. Hashtag inbox. Listen, I gave you the promise last podcast.
Okay.
I will listen to his music before 2022 is over.
Just keep asking him. He gonna change his heart eventually. You got to stick with him. He's a little persistent, but you stick with him.
I'm going to. Like, you can keep bringing it up.
You really will, though. That's the funny part. He really is.
I will.
But his time,
even if it's December 31st, 9 o'clock p.m., 10 o'clock p.m., 11:30 p.m., 11:55 p.m.
You stay on his head, though. You stay on his head, official moment. Don't you let Deke come in here a day and just be chilling over here. You stay at his neck.
Matthew Gisner, black and gold raft and a sea of purple represent the 410 Baltimore.
I like it.
So it seems like he likes the city, which hates the Ravens. Because he's saying represent Baltimore. He's representing, but he's a big Steeler fan.
I
don't know if he likes the Orioles. That's what I'm wondering.
That's what I'm wondering too.
Is he a University of Maryland fan? Fish Momentum. Happy birthday.
Yeah,
Shout out to my Aunt Denise. She turned 60.
Shout out to Aunt Denise then one time, man.
Let's go, UW. Y'all see that tweet Kevin Green put out? No, it's Kendrick Green, but yeah, I saw this. This is amazing. Did you see it?
No.
All right, hold on. Let me finish reading this.
That's great, man. Like
Kendrick Green put out replying to a fan, calling him out. Of all the guys on the team, he's the last person who should be clapping back at a fan online. Do you want to hear this?
All right, what did he say?
This is incredible.
Yeah, let's see what he said.
I got to pull this up. This is actually in my screenshots.
Oh, you see, man, I've been slacking. I got to catch up on my social media, man.
No, this is amazing. Yeah. You're going to love this.
Let me hear it, man.
I got to find it, though.
I just see insult. Is that all from the same thread?
These are some additional comments.
Oh, let me get the break it down for us then, Deke. Break it down for us. And we're going to get to this roster. Y'all wait a minute. We're going to get to this roster.
Here's the main one.
Yeah.
Kendrick Green, he's happy. He made the Steelers 53-man roster.
All right. I see a little praying emoji.
He tweets out,
thank you, Lord.
Thank you, Lord.
Okay.
Response from a fan, follower. It's Eli.
Mm-hmm.
Young J Bet, at Young J Bet, says, you better thank him. He alone is the only reason you snuck onto this roster.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Kendrick Green replies, your lady is mid.
Continue.
Well, that's what happened.
Oh, gosh.
That's what happened.
Oh, gosh.
I mean, do you want to hear some of the comments?
The ones that we're allowed to air out.
So, the initial dude that commented on Kendrick Green's post
this boy is out of care.
Replied to Kendrick Green's "Your lady is mid" comment, just showing him tape. He just showed him some tape of Kendrick Green getting folded or some dude like going right past him. So that was, I think, it between these two.
Okay.
But then there was some additional comments out there.
All right.
KG, just block him. Oh wait, you can't. And then we got you're mid at blocking.
Yeah.
That's what was going on Twitter yesterday. It's amazing.
Oh man. This is the dilemma. I love the fact that, Kendrick is still confident in himself. And he's willing to speak up for himself and talk smack. At the same time, it is a not so good look for multiple reasons, especially when you're talking about Kendrick, and we know how his play has been. It has not been the best. So whenever you talk about just speaking on somebody in a negative manner, it becomes fair game.
It's fair game for everyone.
It becomes fair game. And that's my thing. I'm like, Kendrick, there are multiple ways that you could have shut that down with way easier, but you went personal, and that's the other part.
He shouldn't have wanted his lady. Yeah. His lady had nothing to do with it. Go at the actual guy that commented.
That's what makes it look even more weak.
Yeah, don't go at his lady.
He's commenting on your performance in a sense, but at the same time, you go to the lady. But I will say this, though. When a person comments on you, there is no, he can only say this. We've talked about this before. It's
it is fair game. It's just fair game across the board.
He said his lady was mid. If he would have said his lady is something way worse, he is in his rights to say that in response, because you can't tell a person what they can or can't do and how much they're affected by those comments and everything like that. So I get it for Kendrick, but at the same time, it's like, bro, you can't be doing it. It's not a good look, because you're always going to look bad. Regardless of if you think you dunked on a guy or whatever, it looks bad. It's like, man, come on, man. But at the same time, I'm like, man, shout out to the fans, man. If y'all can get a dude to react, man, go for it.
No, listen, I like it.
Yeah, you get a dude to respond, man, go for it.
I really enjoy the back and forth. I find it entertaining. I just think, I don't think he should have went at the lady because she had nothing to do with it. Go at the dude. Like, find something about the dude, be creative with it. But
see, I don't necessarily agree with it. I know it's not popular. Oh man, keep the kids out, keep the women out. I'm like, bro, I'm just telling you from personal experience, there's been plenty of times when a person might say something to me, and my initial thought is, oh, I'm going to go with your mom, your dad, your cousin, your dead homies. Like, I don't care because you said something that offended me, so I'm going to offend the heck out of you. Now, I don't say it publicly because at the end of the day, I realize where my position is. And that's something that Kendrick has to realize. People are always going to have an opinion on you, especially when you're deemed in a position of success. You've been in the NFL, that's a successful position. So they're going to critique the heck out you. They're going to always have something to say, right, wrong, or indifferent. But you got to understand that, man, you can't be coming down there and fighting with every single person that say something trying to defend your honor like that. Because at the end of the day, you're going to look way worse than any person on social media saying something negative about you, regardless of what they say. So... Yeah. But if you can get it to come out, man, hey, man, go for it. Heck yeah.
No, yeah.
That's Twitter, though, man.
Like I said, yeah, fair game.
Hey,
he responded to KG.
Yeah.
KG responded
Absolutely,
back.
Yeah.
He responded back again.
Hey, when you open the door to respond, man, you are fair game. So, yeah, man.
When the dude pulled out the tape, though, I didn't see any response from KG. That ended the conversation.
Because I'm sitting here like, it's like, bro, yeah, you can respond to that in manners as well, but at the end of the day, man, it's like, all right, what's the end goal? Like, how do you, when he brings out the tape, your response is what? Okay, you got money, or at least you're in the league. Where's your tape? However you want to go with that, cool. But you're still not gonna look good at the end of this. Like, I just don't see how Kendrick. Yeah, but hey, everybody has their energy, man.
Fish Momentum. Ambition from Pretty Ricky live at September 30th. The Rivers.
Where is it at?
Rivers Casino.
Are you gonna actually remember this time? Don't put yourself in the box. Don't put yourself in the box.
Is that a Friday, Saturday?
It's one of them days. Yeah, it's one of them days.
I don't know if I'll be in town that weekend or not. If I am, I'm probably gonna be down around there. If Pitt plays a home game on Saturday,
so we'll just say it's a chance.
There's a chance.
There's a chance.
I
mean, there was last time it kind of worked out too, right? Technically,
I was there.
You were in attendance.
I was there.
You just weren't aware, but you were there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fish Momentum. Deke, can I get interviewed on BDN? Big Deke News.
Oh.
# Ultimate Team.
There we go. I ain't know what. I was like, wait a hold the heck on. Okay. I like that. that.
You got to be out and about.
Yes, I like that.
Just be out and about. If I catch you.
Drop the pin, send the location.
Well, also have a good take.
That's all.
Have a good take, too. Yeah. I mean, if it's not a good take, it's not making the cut. I'm out here trying to put out quality content.
So you just gonna put it back on him is what you're telling me. I like your style.
Gotta be good.
He said, no. You're not gonna put this on me. The burden is on you. Mm-hmm.
We'll record it. Does it make the final cut? We'll see.
All right.
Met Kavlik giving us some support, and there's a mascot emoji doing. I don't know.
I saw it as well. I didn't know what
it looks
that
like a pair.
I don't know.
Dancing around.
Is it? I thought it was a bird. I didn't know what that was, bro.
Yeah.
It's got little. I don't know, bro. What is it doing? It's got our attention, whatever it is doing.
Yeah.
It's like a little shimmy, no. I'm gonna leave that one alone, man.
Fish Momentum. Can we grab Tony Jefferson or Quincy Roche? Tony Jefferson, I don't think we really need.
Wait, because he's playing that safety position, man, and we're pretty good right now.
If Casey's coming back, if he's coming back
weeks.
as soon as we think. Yeah,
absolutely.
We'll be fine. We could spell Trey Norwood for a little bit early on.
Yeah, and then in terms of the Quincy Roche element, we'll obviously talk about this in a little bit, but the Malik Reed pickup, to me, I think kind of chills on the Quincy in my perspective. We'll talk about that a lot more, though.
I wouldn't mind snagging him as the fourth guy and cutting Tusca, but it seems like we're high on Tusca because we kept him over Hamilcar.
We'll definitely talk about it. Unless we can do it right now, actually. You want to do it right now?
I don't care.
Let's do it right now.
It's up to you.
Yeah, so for me, man, I wasn't against keeping Derek Tusca as that fourth guy when you bring in a Malik Reed. Because to me, Tusca, like I said, Tusca can play the run. He is going to be fundamentally sound. He's going to give you what you need in terms of the coverage responsibilities that they're going to ask him to do. He can check all of those boxes. His biggest flaw is he's not a pass rusher, but he plays the run. And as I said before, the contrast of that when people say, oh, man, I'd much rather have the pass rusher than the run stopper. Was that 2020 Cleveland Browns wild card playoff game? Cassius Marsh is out there. And we talked about how they continued to run the ball at him, and he could not stop the run. Cassius Marsh can rush the passer. He will get a sack. He can do that. We saw that firsthand. He definitely is capable of that, but he struggles at stopping the run. So you pick your poison in terms of which one you want. To me, give me the run guy, the guy that can stop the run when I got a TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith, and a Malik Reed, who all three can rush the passer. Whereas when I think of Quincy right now, Quincy's going to give you that dynamic ability in terms of rushing the passer, but I don't think that he's a better defender in terms of playing the run than Derek Tusca is right now. And when we're talking about when these guys are going to get opportunities, well, let's be real. TJ Watt, he ain't going to miss too many of these third downs if he's healthy. Alex Highsmith, he's not missing too many third downs if he's healthy. Malik Reed, he's going to be the next in line for them third downs. So whenever this fourth guy's getting out there, it's rush situations. It's first and second down type of stuff. So in that capacity, at least give me Derek Tusca, who I know can execute that type of stuff. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to worry about that. If I see TJ coming off on first and second down, I'm completely fine if Tusca is going out there for those run plays like that. I just don't want to see it when it comes time to pass plays. But now that Malik Reed is here, we don't have to, because Malik to me is that clear third rusher here. He's that third. He's the swing rusher. He plays right and left, and he can do it at a high level. So that's the thing for me where I'm like, I like where we're at. I think we're good.
How about that, though? We have Hamilcar going into yesterday. We're assuming he's the third guy. He gets cut. Then we trade for Malik Reed out of nowhere. I love that move.
Yeah. Well, I love it as well for a couple of reasons, man. Think about where we were a week ago. It was to the point where we were all trying to talk ourselves into these outside linebackers. My JMU guy, Rondell Carter, Hamilcar Rashed. I'm over here trying to watch film, and I'm like, I don't like all this stuff, but at least this is all right. We can work with this. This is okay. This is acceptable. And then we were doing the same thing with Delonte Scott. We're like, I mean, he flashes sometimes in practice, but in these games, we're like, what is this? He got the sack, but then it was like, I mean, it was cool, but was it really? It was a lot of that going on. So we're like trying to make ourselves believe in these guys, make ourselves love these guys, make ourselves feel confident in these guys. I'm just glad that we don't have to keep doing that. So when I saw them make that trade for Malik, I was like, thank you. Because Malik is a proven player in this league. He's not a starter in terms of would you want him your opening day starter, but he's proven that he is more than capable of starting. And that's because of Von Miller and Bradley Chubb. Obviously, they've missed a good amount of time when both of them were in Denver at the same time. And that's what allowed Malik to play. But Malik is a competent player out there. He's varsity. He's going to be able to rush the passer. I mean, we saw that here personally. He knows how to get after the quarterback. It's not as flashy as an Alex Highsmith. It's not as sexy as a TJ Watt, but it's efficient. To me, he reminds me, his rushing style is more like a Rob Ninkovich than it is necessarily a pure, prolific pass rusher. A guy that can win, but it's more fundamental. It's more effort. It's more smarts. But he's consistent with that. And when you also talk about him in terms of the run game, he's physical in that element. He's fundamentally sound in that element. But I love the fact that he could play both right and left. So now you don't feel limited in terms of where you utilize him at and stuff like that.
Yeah. 8 sacks 2 years ago.
15 sacks in in his 3 years in this role where, like I said, he wasn't even supposed to be playing as much as he was. It's just due to the injuries that those guys have had in front of him. But this dude has played a ton of football.
Yeah. 30-plus starts over his career. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I think it's 20-plus over these last 2 years. Yeah, dude. I mean, he's still young, 26 years old. The contract's cheap as hell because he's still on his rookie deal.
Yeah, absolutely. And he was undrafted. So it's not even like you're paying a high draft premium for a former first or second round pick.
No. I'm assuming for us this is just a one-year deal, and then you assess everything in the offseason. But this is exactly what we need just for this season.
Yeah.
A third guy behind TJ Watt and Highsmith in case either one of them go down with injuries for a couple games.
Or if they get tired and we just need somebody that we feel confident
I still think he could probably get in for
Absolutely.
20 or 30% of the snaps.
I personally hope that they do that because that would mean that Alex and TJ aren't playing too many snaps. Because we talked about that dynamic as well. A guy plays 70 snaps, but 15 of them, you're like, bro, you should have came out for these plays. Well, now you can because you have Malik. Think about when we had Melvin Ingram in his role early on. It was supposed to be that, right? And we felt confident in that. It just so happened that he shifted his mindset. But with Malik, it is very different because they're at two different stages of their career. Melvin is already a proven Pro Bowler, double-digit sack guy, second contract guy, still feels like he can be a starter and getting it done. So we know that that dynamic didn't work out for him here because of who we have and everything. And we don't know the communication. We weren't behind the scenes, but ultimately that wasn't the role that he was comfortable with here long term. Malik, he's already been in this role for multiple years. This isn't new to him. He's not getting introduced and saying, hey, man, we need you to take a step back. I know you've been starting everywhere else. I know you've been double-digit sack guy and all that stuff, but hey, we need you to, come and play this third guy role. No, he's already accustomed to playing this role. So I don't see this being a situation where you have to worry about a disgruntled player. When I watch all three of these dudes on tape, I'm talking TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith, and Malik Reed. I don't think there's going to be any confusion about who that number 2 guy is. To me, it's Alex Highsmith. When I watch Malik Reed, like I said, I think he's a really good player. But the difference between him and Highsmith is capable of all those things, but he's more athletic. He's more explosive, so he's able to do that extra. And that's why we see Alex flash more. And we're like, yo, Alex looks like he has the real potential to be a double-digit sack guy consistently. So with that, I don't see it being this issue of a Malik Reed feeling some type of way if he's not getting enough reps, or feeling some type of way if he doesn't get a start.
No, he wanted to come here.
Absolutely. So, like, those are all the things that I'm looking at this, and I'm saying, man, I love this move. I think this is a great move for us because of the player, where he's at in his career, and also what we currently have in-house.
Did they disclose the pick yet? It's some
it was a
late pick.
It was a 6, I want to say, because he was the I'm trying to think, because he was the 5th or 6th.
Probably that.
For this year, and we got a 7th with Malik.
Oh, really?
No, hold on. Which one was it?
We traded a 7th for the offensive tackle.
Yeah. I would say, because which one was it? Oh, my God.
I just thought it
was
was
like back-to-back, but both of them are like 6th and 7th round picks in terms of like what we were sending, but we got one back in return. I want to say it might have been the Malik Reed. We got him and a pick back.
Okay.
Whereas for Jesse, it was just we sent the pick and we got him, if I remember correctly. I think it was something like that.
I think they were just like late picks or a late pick or something that was potentially going to shift based off.
It was like a 6th and a 7th though, and one was conditional, but one was like in 2025 on top of that. So that was the other part where it's like, man, you're really not filling them to that extent. I want to say but now I remember the 6 for 2023's draft is for the Malik trade. The 2025 pick was for the Jesse trade. Yeah.
All right, you want to go back to Super Chat?
Yeah, let's do it, man. Yeah.
Fran Bradford. How confident are y'all in Canada? He really is the X factor for us this year. We know what to expect from everyone else, and his role can mask a lot of the O-line problems. If we can't average 25 to 30 a game, we are in trouble.
Well, we ain't technically averaged 30 a game when we had the Killer Bees. We should have, but that's like the type of team I think of in terms of averaging 30. Like, whew.
I don't think we're in trouble.
Yeah, I don't think so, but to average
30,
I think
the defense is going to be really good. I would like to average that amount of points a game.
I mean, that'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Average 30, and then we only giving up 10, of course.
What is the average points per game for an offense in the league? If we can just put up the average. Is it 23, 24?
I mean, we talked about 30, and that was the Killer Bees. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. No, I think
that's the Killer Bees in their prime, too. Yeah.
I would like at least 25. I think if we're getting in that 20s range, we could win a lot of games. Consistently, where we're like...
What did we average last year?
I don't even remember.
Because I'm just like, 25 still seems high to me right now.
We can just get in the 20s consistently. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Every week,
like
week in and week out, we can get to 21 at least.
Touchdowns a game. Like 25 points. It's like 3 hard touchdowns per game. Field goal or something like that in between. I'm just like, I don't think we're that consistent right now. Yeah.
Well, that's what I mean. If we can do that,
yeah.
I mean, we should be in really good shape. That's what I don't think it has to be as high as 25, 30.
Gotcha.
If we can get to 21, 23, 24, week in and week out, we know we're getting that from the offense. Yeah. Defense should be able to hold them under 20 all the time.
If we average 20 to 21 points a game, I'll be very happy.
How confident are you in Canada? Going back to his question.
I mean, I have the same confidence.
I think he brings up a good point.
To me, I got the same confidence in Canada as I have in these 3 quarterbacks right now. I think that Canada shows some things that I saw on tape schematically throughout the preseason that I like. Small sample size, though. All 3 of these quarterbacks show certain things in the preseason that I like. Small sample size, though. So I'm just saying, yeah, that's my energy with it, man. It's like I'm as confident in Canada as I am with these 3 quarterbacks. I think that all 4 people that we're talking on specifically can get the job done. I think that they've showed flashes of that. The real question is, can they do it consistently for 4 quarters every game for 17 weeks and then into the postseason? That's the part where we'll find out on. But going into the season, I'm fairly confident in those guys.
Fish Momentum. Salute to everyone in the Steelers chat.
All right, man. Salute it. Heck yeah.
Sean Diddy 6. When are we going to get blessed with some new uniforms?
Man, we a tradition, you know.
Yeah, I don't care about...
I like the tradition vibe. I ain't going to lie.
I'm mixed on this because I actually wouldn't mind us moving to the block numbers as our main unis.
Yeah.
But I'm with you. I mean, I'm not getting that up for uniform changes and stuff.
I told you how I go, but when I think
I wouldn't mind
changes,
new alternates.
We could do small
on a more
tweaks.
frequent basis, like, can we bring back the bumblebees this year? Can we bring back those yellow helmets? Because everyone else is doing new helmets.
Or every couple of years, if we change our retros, like every 2 to 3 years, we change that. I'm cool with that. I don't personally want us to change our like home and away, just because I love like the tradition and what it means. Like when we see that, it's kind of like when you look at Green Bay, you look at Dallas. It's like, man, you know, with that logo, with that uniform, it's just, it hits. San Fran, it just hits. You don't really got to touch it. It just hits, man. So that's kind of how I feel about the Steelers uniform. It's just like, we don't got to do all the crazy stuff where you see it, like the Falcons. Oh, let's go with the two tones. Oh, the Rams, let's go with the off-whites. It's like, man, this is Pittsburgh. That ain't our vibe. At least from my perspective.
The only way I would be good with is actually went back in time, went back more in tradition, and that's the block numbers. Yeah. That's really it.
And think about, in Pittsburgh,
bring back those gray face masks too.
Think about in Pittsburgh, we talk about block numbers. That's like a significant change, and we're literally just talking about just the difference of a curve to a block on the number. Everything else is gonna look.
I'm guessing you take out the logo, but
those are like small tweaks. Whereas like we think of some of these other teams, they changing colorways, they changing logos, they changing designs. I'm just like, yeah, we don't need to do all that, man. That's not us.
Come on, here. Canada low key hinted that he wants Kenny at QB1.
What did he say?
Yeah, you got to read between the lines. But they asked him about how confident he is in Kenny, and he looked like he was blushing a little bit, saying like, "Oh, I'm confident with Kenny in any scenario. I'm good with him if we put him in right now." He's like ready to go.
I think he should feel confident like that. Yeah.
Fish momentum. Pickett and Pickens over Burrow and Chase. I like that take. Can't be right now, but I like that. I like it. Yeah. It's something to look out for.
Yeah.
AJ Martinez. Smash them joints, Deke. Picking up kiddo and going to class myself and dad stuff in class. What color is a $500 super chat?
It's whatever color you want it to be. How about that? If you drop the $5, I say, man, we will fix it.
We'll Photoshop it. We'll repost it.
It could be whatever you want that thing to be fuchsia. Which one to be still as gold? Whatever color you choose it to be, it will be that. I can assure you. Deke, are you gonna tell this man it can't be that color if he dropping that?
No, like I said, we'll Photoshop it afterwards.
I'm just throwing it out there, man. We will make it do what it do.
Zenon Boyer. What's going on, guys? Will we be able to catch you guys down in Miami to watch the game? I know you're out.
Yeah, I'm out. You might be on the table still, right?
Yeah, I mean,
game time decision.
Actually, probably not.
Oh, I thought you said the whatchamacallit. Yeah.
Because I think I got a band gig.
What's the name again?
No.
Fair enough. What's the venue? Are you at Rivers Casino again?
I honestly don't know where the venue is.
Are you at Rivers?
For that one.
All right.
No, not at Rivers.
Okay.
Not at Rivers. That'd be cool, though.
Scheduling conflict. Man. Maybe Ambition come out there and hook y'all up, man. Just checking.
All right. This chat may have jumped on me. Let me see. Yeah. I'm at June Horton.
Oh, we're not that far. All right. I got Thomas Dottie. Thomas Dottie says, aren't we glad Alex Leatherwood wasn't available and we picked Najee Harris? I don't all the way agree with that sentiment. I know today it makes sense to, take that approach with Alex getting released. I think he just got claimed by the Bears before we started up today and stuff like that. And obviously we know what Najee's been able to do since he's come here. But I think that there's still more context with the Alex Leatherwood situation.
They moved him to guard too.
And it's like, bro, it's his first year in the league. We talk about that, but I just think of some of the things that we've talked about in terms of our first round picks that we give leniency to. Hey, man, this guy's coach's wife passed away. This guy's D lineman that's supposed to been starting didn't start because his brother passed away. He's coming off of an injury. I said, man, what happened to Alex's head coach mid-season last year?
Got canned.
And it wasn't just canned. It was like a big ordeal, right?
Right.
It's pretty big deal. It's pretty significant. What happened to one of his wide receivers that was on his team as well during the season?
Got locked up.
But specifically, it was something tragic, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Killed someone in a car crash.
So all I'm saying is it possible that could have had an effect on his preparation, his play? That's all I'm saying, man.
Ruggs was a teammate, too.
Come on now. So could that not have had an impact on his play, on his perfection, or not his preparation, on his mentality? That's all. As a rookie, it is a lot that you're dealing with. And even more so when you had the expectations of a first-round pick, even more so when you're in the action playing as much as he was playing. But then when you add on all that personal stuff as well, where it's not people removed, it's not my coach's wife, this is his head coach we're talking about. It's not his teammate's brother, not taken away from any of those situations, but this is his guy from college that he's playing professionally with. Just had somebody's life taken tragically. Like, I do think all of that does play a role in this thing, man. That's all.
I think the other thing, too, this would be his third coach with McDaniels. Gruden's the one that drafted him, but then he got the second coach. Right. I forget what his name was.
Like in between,
Was it Bisaccia? Was that his name? And then you got McDaniels, who never drafted you, so it's a regime change. That could happen with anyone. Come on, man. Any young player on a roster, if you get a regime change, you might be apt to not be put in the best position.
Yeah. It's just a lot of variables. Like, we'll see what happens with him in Chicago, but I'm not closing the book on him after one season. I wish we would have all that type of stuff. Yeah. But, like, that's the narrative that has been going around. Like, he's just this trash player. And I'm just like, man, do we forget? Like, I hate to bring up 5-5, but, man, we are very lenient with 5-5 in terms of second chances, third chances, fourth chances, benefit of the doubts. It's like, dude, this dude's a first-round pick. We know what his tape looked like coming out of Bama. We know we would have loved him if we would have picked him up initially out of Bama, so we can't just change that energy right now. And that's my whole thought process with it, man.
My June Horton?
Oh, no. Two more. I got two more in front of you. Matthew Gisnier. Shout out to Matthew as well. He says, Mom's birthday is Sunday. She loves God and loves the Steelers. Her name is Trudy Hotelin. Can you shout out a happy birthday to this amazing woman? Man, you better believe it, Miss Trudy. Happy birthday. Hope you enjoy yourself. Make it black and go all the way to your soul. You better believe it, and you better keep loving the Lord as well, woman. But shout out to you. Happy birthday. All right. Q. The fact that we only have 5 corners on the roster and 2 of them are Arthur Marlette and James Pierre is very concerning. How do you feel about that?
I get what he's saying, because whenever I initially looked at the 53-man roster and how it was set up, I'm like, we look a little light on corner right now. Yeah. What am I missing here? But we have Trey Norwood and Casey listed as safeties, and they can play slot corner. So in terms of our outside guys, we got Wallace, Witherspoon, Cam Sutton can play both. Arthur Marlette's obviously a slot specialist. Pierre as the 4th guy for outside. And then we could bring in Trey Norwood and Casey for slot corner stuff. I think we're fine. Yeah,
that was my thought process with it. You have your big 4 in terms of your outside guys. You talked about them. Cam, Levi, James, and oh my goodness, I'm drawing a blank, and Akello. So those are your big 4, you know? And you feel confident of those 4. Because if James Pierre is your 4th corner, this is a dude that still started multiple games for us last year. He still is a good player. We just know his limitations.
Yeah, he's fine in like a dime formation for us.
Because that's what he essentially be, coming in there for. I love James Pierre as the 4th guy out there. That's fine. But when you're talking about even the slot corner, so if Cam Sutton is initially starting on the outside, well, that means Arthur Marlette starts on the at the slot. You still feel good about him. If not, you got Trey Norwood. You still feel good about him. And then worst case, and we don't know if they're going to open this up once the regular season does hit, but it could be a scenario where they bump Cam Sutton into that slot, like we talked about some of the situational downs. So either way, we have multiple options at slot and on the outside that we feel confident in, that we've seen in stadium have success already. All these dudes we just named have helped us out in one game or another over the past year and then going into this preseason. And we can hang our hat on that type of productivity, especially where some of these guys are slotted at. James Pierre is that 4th guy. Like, that changes a lot when we're talking about him compared to a year ago when we're saying James Pierre was our number 2 corner. It's like, man, I don't like that as much. And that's what we had our concerns about it. But now it's him as the 4th dude, man. It's like, no, we feel good right there. We going with that.
June Horton.
Let's get it, June.
Steeler Nation. Love from the 440. Deep in Browns country.
Let's go. Let's go. It's like that sometimes, man. You got to get deep in Browns country just to let them know who's daddy. Gotta let them know, man.
Bowling in the Blitz.
What it do, partner?
Got the podcast going. Striving to get better. Matthew Gisner. Yes, and an Orioles fan. I called it. I became a Steelers fan the night of 1996, the Super Bowl against the Cowboys. At the time, there was no Ravens or Colts.
It's funny. That's about the time when I became that diehard Cowboys fan, too, man. I never forget. That's the first Super Bowl I watched, baby. Never forget it.
You remember whenever we interviewed Holmes? Yeah, I guess that game had a ripple effect for a lot of people. But he said, I watched that Cowboys game and was like, I saw the Steelers players make drops or something like that. And I told my dad, I'm never going to drop the ball if I get to that situation. You know what I mean? I'm going to be on the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm going to win the Super Bowl for him.
And he did.
That's exactly what happened.
That thing. Yeah. See, I was over there like, oh, the winning team was that team with the star? Oh, yeah, I'm with them. I'm with those guys. And they flashy. They dance too. Oh, yeah, I'm with them guys.
Elijah Boykin. Just showing love. Keep it up. Thank you.
Right, man. Salute you as well, man. We appreciate you.
Google East, Deke, good luck to the second best college football team in PA against WVU. Also, are you still doing the weekly picks this year? Did I do weekly picks last year? Or is he saying for us?
He might be talking about for us.
We're doing that, right?
That's Fridays. Yeah. Like the pick'em stuff, right? Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I don't think I did weekly picks on my own last year.
Because we got stacked the paper. That's what we was like, right?
Right.
Yeah, those Fridays though. Today that Friday, man, y'all, man, don't you do that to me, man. Y'all know I research way too much for you to be switching the days.
Or we starting this week baby. With college football, or are we just starting with NFL week 1?
Good call. Because if we're gonna start college football, we should technically start it today because this game wouldn't be on that slot in terms of the Pitt, West Virginia.
I'll take Pitt.
I figured that. I'm gonna roll with Pitt because I'm with you today. I was with West Virginia earlier today, so either way, we're good, man. I can't lose. I'm gonna be happy tomorrow, regardless.
Okay.
Or Friday. I'm gonna be happy tomorrow night and Friday. I'm feeling good.
Yeah. Why don't we just wait till next week then?
All right.
Unless we just wanted to pick random college games.
Yeah, I can't even tell you all the week.
I used to be pointing at the DraftKings Sportsbook saying, "Yeah, I like that team."
Like this is spread. I like that. Go with that spread.
Those jersey colors are cool. Yeah. That's basically what it would be for me.
Essentially,
I think I'm more knowledgeable about college football though recently than I was maybe 3-4 years ago though.
Okay.
I might be able to hold my own in some college games.
See, this is
we had to throw them out there.
See, I'm getting real like crash course caught up on all my college football stuff because obviously I'm preparing. Yeah, I'm learning about my Sun Belt too, man. I'm learning a lot about the Sun Belt all of a sudden. Wasn't really informed on it.
Does JMU have a chance, you think? Where they sitting?
Are you talking about this year as a whole?
Yeah.
I think they got them preseason 6 in the conference right now, so it's not terrible. But
did they do a conference championship game?
Actually, I have not got that far yet. That's on my list to check out today. Yeah, been a lot of these. Oh, we got this meeting today with this coach. Oh, we're gonna do this with the production team. Whenever you on, because it's the ESPN Plus, it's all these big important people. So it's a lot of them meetings in the mornings now. I feel good, but I'm like the one up there with the hoodie on because I try to say I'm not corporate. You know what I mean? So if I show up on this meeting with my suit on or a polo on, I feel like I'm doing them a disservice. So I hoodie it up just for you, D. Just know that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's go, UW. Something else about Reed is he's built like Lamar Woodley. If Tomlin and company can develop him more,
a good Lamar Woodley, not at the end of it, Lamar Willis. Throw that out there.
He is built
I'm about to say you got to. Yeah, and Wood, shout out to Wood, but yeah.
If we can develop him more, he either overtakes Alex or pushes Alex to be better. It's a win-win.
Yeah, the pushing is more likely. I know that's one of the, and it became like recent last year, this like divide on Alex Highsmith, because I do see some people in like the regular chats at times where they will be like, "Oh yeah, man, Alex, he's a bomb, man. We gotta get rid of him." And I'm like, y'all are crazy. But yeah, well, that is a part of football. Man, 100%. Yeah, a guy can overtake anybody. Shoot, Malik could overtake TJ Watt if he wanted to, if it happened like that, right? Just how likely is it? That's the only part of it. But either way, I think it's a great situation, though, for the Steelers to have, man.
Mike Hood giving us some support.
Salute you, baby.
We got a nice stat check from the chat here. Yul Young. We averaged 20.2 points per game in 2021.
There we go.
We need to be doing better than that. If that was last year and we talked about how broken our team was, broken our offense, let's get up to like 23, 24.
Yeah, but were we broken? Was it because of the quarterback or was it the O-line?
It was not. O-line.
So is the
coordinator
is the O-line different this year than it was a year ago in terms of performance or just by names?
We picked up 2 new guys.
So names are different.
Dotson healthy.
Okay.
Chuk's back.
Okay.
Hoping for a year of development for the guys that are returning from last year. But I'm expecting James Daniel based off what he's done in Chicago.
I would agree with you.
Definitely be an upgrade over Trey Turner. And at center, it's a no-brainer. It's an upgrade with Mason Cool.
Is Dan Moore an upgrade over Dan Moore?
I guess there is something called development. I guess there is something called regression, too. Yeah, he should be. He should be.
Bro, I almost fell out right there. I'm sorry, Deke. I love how you just broke that down, though. I mean, you got.
He's the only one. I think he's the only big question mark. And that was my takeaway from that final preseason game. In terms of the offensive line, I think we'll be fine. It's just Dan Moore being a question mark at left tackle.
Okay. Because I have seen this conversation since Jesse Davis, the guy we traded for, is listed as a tackle.
He played right tackle.
Yeah,
right?
So the conversation has become, all right, do you put him at right and move Chooks to left?
That's what they asked Matt Canada, too.
Mm-hmm. And what did he say? Did you respond to that?
He said, no, we're keeping it as is right now.
Okay.
But he did reference a couple times saying some of these decisions are Tomlin decisions.
Yeah.
I'm just
here. Based on what Jesse has done throughout his career, he's been more right tackle than any other position. And he started at multiple positions, but right Chooks tackle is a spot, yeah. And Chooks has played left tackle for us. He was supposed to compete for left tackle last year. We just talked about the reason why that didn't happen was because of the injuries to the right side of the field, you know? So it was like, all right, we'll put him over there, put Dan Moore in here, and we'll see what it works out. So that's the part for me where I was just trying to figure out, like, man, I don't know, man. I don't know.
You want to talk Davis at all while we're on the topic with him? Or that's a whole nother one.
That was a whole nother one. But that's why I was like, I ain't want to do Malik. But then I was like, we already did Malik. So
damn, I screwed that up.
No, you're good, bro. I was just figuring we just won't switch the graphics. We'll just keep it as is, man. I ain't tripping.
What's the graphic say?
Something about a trade.
Well, no. This one says roster. Roster cuts. This has something to do with the roster, right?
We'll make it work. Yeah. I think the people. It's just hard on post production. So Dom, you know, it's on Dom. But shout out to the young dude, man. Dom will get it right. Yeah.
So Jesse Davis, another one. I just feel like it's a good move. Like we gave up a 7th round pick in 2025 for a dude that has started a shit ton of games.
Yeah.
A lot of people think he sucks. I've heard that. Mm-hmm. But he has to be doing something right to be starting that much. And he's not necessarily going to be starting for us right off the bat. Mm-hmm. He's a depth guy.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about him.
Unless you think he's flat out sucks.
Don't you
do that
to me.
There's no hope.
Don't you do that to me, D. Don't you do that to me.
Even if you think that, he's a depth guy.
Don't you put that on me, D. Don't you do that.
We're not expecting him to start. So he's a depth guy.
Don't you put that on me, D. Don't
put
that on me, okay?
I'm started a ton of games. What's wrong with that?
D trying to throw that on me. Hey,
so you'd be cooking right now.
You're the one. Leave me alone. I'm gonna take a sip of this Gatorade. I'm gonna process, and then I'm gonna speak. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. But let me take my sip first.
What would be your move against them?
Yeah,
right now.
We'll just say, how would you beat Dan Moore?
You're going up against him right now. What's your move?
Literally, I had somebody ask me that about Dan. Who was I was talking to Pony. I'm sitting here like, bro, I'm over here breaking on all these players, and they're like, bro, you know when you look at Dan Moore, you got to go to in your head right now. What is it? I'm like, y'all got to chill.
Was he wrong?
Y'all got to chill. Y'all got to chill, bro. You got to chill. But what I will say is this, though, man. In all seriousness, when it comes to Jesse, it all depends on the role you're trying to have him in, along with where you are trying to play him at. With Jesse has a ton of starts, 80 games, 72 starts. That is by law in the NFL, you are a starter if you're starting that many games. Just throwing that out there. So that is the positive. The other positive is, bro, you have to be good enough to continue to get these opportunities to start, because as we know in the NFL, they don't have to keep you. This is not a scholarship league. You're not on, you're not guaranteed money. You're not, in terms of him, you're not in a position where they have to. They don't have any other options. It's free agency out there. It's the draft out there. It's the trade market. They have a plethora of options. And if we remember Miami of recently, they make those type of moves. They're not shying away from trading and picking up guys. So you feel confident in that part, and rightfully so. You also should feel confident in his positional versatility. I mean, he started at right tackle. He started at left tackle. He started at right guard. He started at left guard. He started everywhere except at center. So you could see some of that versatility with that as well. And at times, he has been consistent. But the things that make people concerned, or why that narrative is floating out there, is because towards the back end of his time in Miami, more specifically his last season there, they had him playing predominantly right tackle, and that's where he struggled the most. And that's why it was that conversation of, okay, is he just a guy that has starts, but now he's towards the back end of where he's at productivity-wise, because he is 30, if I remember correctly. So I want to say he was 30.
I think he's young. I think he's like 27, 20. I think he's only done 4 years in Miami.
Just check it. I could be wrong.
I'll check him.
I could definitely be wrong. Yeah, but check it out. But But with him, though, that is part of the conversation. It's like, man, are his best years behind him? Because that last year in Miami, it was not as good as people would have liked it to have been. Then when you talk about
you're right, 30.
Yeah, then he signs to Minnesota. And he had a nice, it was like 1 for 3, kind of like Akello Witherspoon a year ago.
He came in so late.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. Like, he's not a young dude, bro.
He started playing his rookie season's 26.
Yeah. So when we're talking about him, that's part of the reason why people feel like, okay, could it be his better years are behind him versus where he's at now? Because that last year in Miami, he really struggled. Then he signs to go to Minnesota this offseason, and they're switching him positions, but he's getting beat out. And that's what made him essentially trade beat. And it was the exact same scenario for Akello Witherspoon a year ago. So that's why it's like, I could understand why people are really kind of, apprehensive to him and not as high on him. But at the same time, I can see why you would be high on him. And when we're talking about just the recency element of it, Akello, plenty of people thought that it wasn't going to work. Hey, man, he had some good plays in San Fran, but he got to Seattle. He got beat out right away after he signed the new deal. They didn't want it. They moved on from him for a 5th-round draft pick. Couldn't be that good. When he first came here, he wasn't really helping us out early on, but then on the back end, we saw how it played out, and then ultimately we signed him to a nicer deal this offseason.
We believe in him as cornerback 1 right now.
So for me, when I think of Jesse, now granted, age is different.
Mm-hmm.
Talent is different, but what I will say is I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt, especially knowing that early on he's not the starter. Now, my biggest issue is where they're going to be playing him at. If they want to keep him at right tackle, I don't like that all the way because I don't think that that's his best position. I think right now at this stage he's a better guard than he is tackle. But if
we don't really need him at guard,
and that's the other issue. I'm like, man, we don't need him at guard, and we have a ton of guards on this team right now. Like, we obviously know James Dames and Kevin Dotson, but J.C. Hasner, he plays both guard spots. Kendrick Green, he's the backup guard. Like, he's one of those backups. That's what it is. So it's like you have multiple guys already at that spot. So with Jesse, I'm like, you're not going to play him at left tackle. The conversation is he a better version if you play him at right as a starter with Chooks opposite? Is that worth what we're talking about with the whole Dan Moore situation? But if we're not starting him, you get away with it. I think you feel all right. I personally would have rather kept John LeGlue or Joe Haig. I like their position flexibility. I like what they're able to do inside and outside. I know we brought LeGlue back for the practice squad. You just told me that. But as a whole, I'm like, I wouldn't have moved on from LeGlue. I think LeGlue is that safety net for us in terms of guard tackle, whereas Hassenauer is our safety net center to guard in terms of being able to play both spots and be just competent out there. So that was my whole issue with it, man. But yeah, I think, man, just having a guy that has the amount of starts as Jesse, though, it is going to help. That veteran experience, that leadership, just the eyes that he is going to be able to talk to these guys in the film room with, that matters. Especially when you're talking about 2 young tackles. Chooks is still young. He started for 2 years. He's still very young. Jesse's going to have more starts than low-key. He might have more starts than anybody in that room. Because I don't think...
Maybe close between him and Daniels.
I was about to say him and Daniels might be the only ones, but I don't...
No, but I mean, he's starting
72 starts, bro.
16,
that's a lot of starts, bro.
15, 16, and then 10 games.
That's what I'm saying.
Year.
Like, I don't think any of them dudes have that just yet. So he is going to be one of our most experienced offensive linemen. But I will say... you don't have to be the best guy with this experience to still make it work. You remember this would have been 2016, the year after Denver won the Super Bowl. We signed, it was named Ryan Harris. He was a tackle for the Broncos when they won the Super Bowl. When he came to us, we knew what it was because we had played against him. We was like, bro, you've been in the league for a while. You got the ring, but we looked at you like you was food. So it was like, man, but when he came here, it wasn't necessarily about the play. It was about the leadership. And that did help us out. So when I think of Jesse, I'm like, yo, that leadership matters. That will help you in a sense. In the same way it helped when he was down, I'm like, yo, it could definitely help right here as well, man. So that's the other positive. If we need to end it on something to hang our hat on, that's what I would hang it on.
Well, that's a good call, too. And I'm sure we had to have vetted with Brian Flores before bringing him in.
I mean, they were down there together, right?
Yeah, he was the head coach there down in Miami.
Yeah.
And he was the starting right tackle for him these last however many years. So
yeah.
No matter what you think, I like that leadership point. Like, Brian Flores had to have thought highly of him at least.
Right. At least think that it's a guy that is willing to commit, or he's a guy that character-wise he fits this locker room. Like, 100% you asked. It was the head coach down there. Why wouldn't you ask the head coach? Like, who's going to have a better breakdown of this dude outside of a position coach? But this is the head guy. So, yeah.
It's not a bad move.
Yeah, that's the thing I did want to end it with, though. It's not bad. The amount of experience that he's bringing, if that's the bare minimum that he brings to the table, that is still very significant when you're talking about this young offensive line group. Because even our on paper best players, whether you're talking Chooks or if over career span James Daniels, they are still very young. Very, very young, man. So that's why for me, man, I'm like, I do like having this type of guy in that room with them.
Calculated Snipe back on the Super Chats.
Let's get it.
We just need some Keller Rush helmets.
Well, you said the gold, man.
I would love bringing back those gold helmets. But it doesn't look like we're in any rush to do that.
What if we did the black with like a gold face mask for the Color Rush?
Ooh.
That's too black?
No. What do you mean? A black helmet with a gold?
Yeah, it was just the gold face mask, yeah. To have it pop. Just for the Color Rush uniforms, though. Because, we're all black.
No, I'm trying to get it. You're not thinking like a dark gold. You're thinking.
No, like the
or yellow.
Yeah. See, you said yellow. I thought it was yellow, Deke.
It is. I mean, it's a yellowish gold.
You said it won't. Ooh, Deke, a fake fan. He said the Steelers were yellow. Oh my God.
It's a yellowish gold.
Nope, you can't just downplay like that.
Definitely
They yelled at me when I first got here. I said, "Oh, black and yellow like Wiz." No, it is not yellow. It is gold. But the equipment thing said yellow. It's gold. All right. I'll leave it alone then, man. So, Deke, you're not allowed to say yellow. I'm just throwing it out there.
Those face masks would pop. Actually, that's not a bad call.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like a gold chrome. Those wouldn't be bad. No, I'd want the yellow helmets, though. If we're going to get new helmets or do something new. It's either that or we do the whole jersey redesign, like I said, bring back the block numbers. Go with the helmets. Same helmets we got. Bring in those gray face masks from the 70s. Those are hard. Fran Bradford. We averaged 20 a game on offense last season. Didn't feel like it. But if we could take a jump and average 25-27, we're in good shape. Dallas was 1 with 30 a game. Yeah.
So I'm saying 30 is a lot.
I think we could at least get to 23-24, though.
I'm hoping so, man. Like, I think, like, that's
more realistic than
25-30. I think, like, because we're not saying scoring it 1 or 2 times, like, to average that. Like, that's a frequent thing, man.
Okay. Chat jump. Q.
Not too far away. Farron Bradford, he says, "Oh, no. We're good. I'm 1 ahead of you. Young Papi Benito. Not liking the views to likes ratio." You're right. It's about 700 of y'all in here and about 200 of them likes, man. So we definitely need to get the like. But and that's on me.
I don't know if I hit the like button.
I was supposed to do a better job of this, Deke, and I totally missed on it earlier in the show. Yes, like the video. If you have not liked the stream, make sure you're liking it. Hit the subscribe button if you have not subscribed, and make sure you're notified as well. So hit that little notification bell as well, man. But yes, because that's what you're supposed to do, Deke. We're on YouTube. You got to say all this type of stuff. So like it, subscribe, and notification bell. Yeah.
And it helps.
It does.
Help us help you.
Yes.
Help us.
And it helps get the content out there more easily available to you guys. It becomes more recommended, so then we continue to grow this Steelers family. And we do like this community that we got growing right now, man. Y'all are off the chain. Love it. And diverse as well, man. Salute.
Q. I want the Batman jersey from 66 to 67 to come back.
I'm not familiar
That's
with that.
got to be the one with the triangle on top.
Oh, okay.
That's got to be the one he's talking about. I would assume.
So I was thinking, right? I don't know.
Sure. I don't care. I don't think I've ever seen us wear those throwback jerseys.
You know the one I like. The like, it's not the NFL Europe one, but is that the same one we talked about with the diamond, like the little? It's like it was
almost
super
like the
OG
Allegheny
one.
flag. I think.
Yeah, it was like all the stripes and stuff. Yeah, that one.
It's
I don't know what year that's from though.
Reverse Bumblebee.
Yeah,
basically where the stripes are vertical, and I literally think it's the Allegheny County like flag.
That might be the crest
like
on it. Yeah,
logo. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think they wore those in the 90s. I think they actually wore jerseys though way back in the 30s. Oh. Just like the Bumblebees, okay. I don't know. I think we won for a season or two.
I think Rod Wilson, I've seen a picture of Rod in that jersey. You're right. Yeah.
Zine and Bowie. How do you feel about our chances of making the playoffs? Excellent.
I still feel good about it. Yeah.
Let's go, UW. Yo, college football is back when Desmond Howard is making irrational picks for the playoffs already,
man. Y'all boys in there, yeah.
People were mocking me, but we got a Heisman winner saying that Pitt is making the college football playoff.
He definitely had y'all boys in that thing, man.
I don't want to hear, oh, Deke's just biased about Pitt. Yeah. No, we got a Heisman winner saying Pitt has a good chance of making the college football playoff. He actually picked it. He put it on record.
Yeah.
What do you have? He had Michigan, Baylor, A&M, and Pitt.
I mean, I get the A&M part. You believe in Michigan?
I don't know enough about them.
Fair.
They're going to be in the mix.
History just not on their side, man.
Can't get over that Ohio State hump.
They're going to find a way. You know that.
And then he says, only one that has a shot is A&M and Baylor. I don't know enough about Baylor this year either.
You haven't looked at Baylor. I know A&M, though. They had the top recruiting class, and I know all the NIL stuff that had your boy Saban getting all upset. So, yeah.
I'm assuming Baylor's got to go undefeated because I don't know if Big 12 has a championship anymore now.
You're right, because they had people leaving, too.
Not yet. I think it's next year. Yeah. OU, Texas.
But they got people coming in as well, though. From
they're going down the tubes, though, that conference. Them and the Pac-12, they're done.
Nah, man, they just got a national champion just came in that thing, man.
Well, they can combine the two.
Yeah.
Do something like that. ACC, we talked about this when all these conference moves were happening. The hope for the ACC staying together is just hoops because that's the power hoops conference.
No, without a doubt.
So, I mean, I wouldn't mind Pitt moving as long as it helps them. They go to the Big Ten, go to the SEC, whatever it is, just to help the program. Let's break 7. Cue the country roads.
Take me home.
Hail to WVU. Trust the climb.
To the place where I belong. West Virginia. Take me home. Oh, country roads.
No.
No? All right.
No, those aren't the vibes.
All right.
Let's go UW. Also, shout out to KS and Ohio for legalizing online betting starting tomorrow.
Let's go. All right.
Welcome to the club.
You better believe it, man. Now you're a part of the family all the way.
Sean Diddy 6, ATP. We need Dan Moore Sr.
At this point, y'all wild. And I just quote what he's saying because it's Dan Moore Jr. that's out there. Said we need his daddy out there.
He had me fooled.
Yeah. I was like, yo, why would he say it with a laugh? I'm like, yo, because it's Dan Moore Jr. that's out there. We need his daddy to come help him out. Fair enough. That's a good one.
People were talking about getting me out there on the offensive line with some of my recent weight gain.
They fat shaming you, man?
Fat shaming myself.
Nah, man. I think you look better plumper. You know, more fuller. You're more full.
I don't like that.
You don't like the full look?
I don't.
Huh.
I think it's disgusting, actually.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
man. I like your little puffy look, man.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. I can go on a rant right now, but I'm not. Nope. It's disgusting, actually. It's disgusting.
You just gotta live with it, bro. You all right,
man?
Nope. Deke,
it's not healthy.
It's not that bad, Deke.
Nope.
Deke, it's not that bad, bro. It's not that bad.
Nope.
Hey, what they say about, they say, like, even for comedians, they say losing weight hurts them more than it helps them.
I agree that I think people are funnier when you're a little fatter.
I'm just saying,
I kind of agree with that.
Maybe they just believe in you more than when you got, like, that beard going and you, like, getting a little thicker. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a bad thing, though, bro. I'm with you.
No, it's disgusting.
Yo, you are funny.
It's not good for my health.
It's disgusting.
Nope.
And I'm looking at Deke like, bro.
I'm not promoting it.
Like, nope. Really, Deke?
Not promoting fatness. Nope. It's not me.
All good, man. All good.
I'm hard on myself. Nope.
I like that, man.
I'm not about that.
Hey, what would Brad Pitt in Fight Club do? Come on, man. You know what time it is.
What would he do? Rent out a vacant house and get a bunch of dudes. And
come on, man.
Everyone fights each other at night.
Man.
That's what he would do.
Come on, man. And he wouldn't talk about it.
I ain't built like that, though.
I love the honesty, though.
I got a good life going.
Deke said, but I ain't built like that.
Well, I guess it actually wasn't Brad Pitt, though. The ending,
it technically
right?
wasn't. Yeah, it was technically
Edward Norton the whole time.
And he had a really good life. But
no, he didn't like being chained to the corporate game.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He should have worn more hoodies. Wear hoodies, you don't feel corporate.
Right.
Yeah. You don't got to do all that extra stuff, man. Yeah.
Young Poppy Benito. Moats, you getting a sack on Moore if you play right now.
Man, y'all got to stop this, man.
Is that Filipponi's burner?
I'm not touching that thing, man. Dan Moore is a professional athlete at the highest level right now. I am a washed old dad / YouTuber and husband, okay? No, I'm not beating anybody. That's why I leave it at. Mm-hmm.
Kendrick Green?
I'm not. Leave me alone. And I like Kendrick. I do. I'm not getting into this with Kendrick, no.
I do too. Yeah. Hey, he's showing that self-awareness recently.
I can tell you, I like Kendrick. It's times though. It just I was over here thinking to myself, like, I don't want to have any personal issues with anybody down there. I was like, I feel low key like it's sometimes friction with a certain, but it's not friction just yet. You know what I mean? Whereas I'm like, Deke, I know some like, person will be looking for you, man. When I was out there on Sunday, was like, hey, man.
Really?
First
even on Sunday.
Me and Dom each other like, oh,
people are still coming for me.
Dom was almost mistaken identity, bro.
Damn. He almost catch a stray.
He goes like, oh, all right. I thought it was somebody else. It's like, yeah, man, he's not here today, man. That's not him. All right, just check it.
Man.
That's a good thing. That means they tuning in, though, bro. All publicity is good publicity.
Publicity. I guess that, it's just all up. I hope people don't take me wrong here. I mean,
well, you know, at times your delivery, even though you might be a little bit more not as serious, at times the perception is that you are very serious and that you are very matter of fact with some of your stances, and not everybody is as open to said stances. That's all. But you know me, dog. I got you, man. You gonna be good. Yeah.
Sean McCartney. I'd like the Bumblebee jerseys back, but have the yellow more washed to have a throwback feel.
Oh, that's actually a good vibe to it, though.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I can see that. Hey, man, and shout out to, I am giving away a jersey as well, man. That's a Bumblebee. Make sure you're tuning in for that, man. About 10 more days before I do that announcement, man. But the vid is up, man, so definitely check that out. Get you one of them Bumblebees, man, potentially.
Matthew Gisner, Mom loved the shout-out. Made her cry. Thanks a lot, guys.
Salute you, man.
I think the pod got a new subscriber.
Nah, salute you, man. Salute you. Let's go, man. Nah, that's dope, bro. All right. Okay.
Harper, you.
I like that. And hold on. The mom's name was Trudy, right? Yeah, it was Trudy. Absolutely, man. So shout out to Mama Trudy. Yes, indeed.
Harper, you. I was hoping we could get Tyler Vaughns on the practice squad. I didn't see him get signed anywhere else. Why don't we pick him up? That'd be perfect. I'd be for that.
This is my only thing. We got 7 wide receivers right now, bro.
Yeah.
7. I'm just like, do we really need another guy on the practice squad that plays wide receiver?
He was good.
Yes, he was good, but do we need another? Like, is he going to? I'm just trying to see, like, where's the lane at for him, man? We kept 7 dudes, bro.
Not a bad guy to have in our back pocket, though. Obviously, we value receiver. So if
we value it a lot.
One of the receivers went down, we might need to call him up.
We
keep
got
it at 7.
7 of them, bro.
We got to keep it at 7.
That's my whole thing. I'm just like, 7 whole receivers. What was your thoughts when you saw that, though, that we kept 7?
Surprised. Pleasantly surprised, though, because I like all the guys that we kept.
Yeah.
If I'm assuming, Miles Boykin and Steven Sims were the last 2.
Mm.
I don't know how the decisions or which way they were leaning on either of those guys, but my guess is with Steven Sims, they probably thought, like, hey, man, even with all the guys we have ahead of him, we can maybe get him 3 or 4 plays to do a jet sweep, to try to throw the defense off a little bit, and even be a backup return man for Gunner in case he goes down. So I think it was a decent it was, like I said, surprising, but I think it was a fine move to keep those guys. Yeah. And with Calvin Austin, potentially, I don't know if we're going to throw him on IR. Is he ready to come back?
Like, I don't even know what his, like, because they never specified why he was hurt or what he hurt or anything. We don't know. Like, we're hoping, like, if they put him on IR, then obviously they would tell us why they put him on IR. They won't go into depth. If they keep him on active, at least we'd have to get a mandatory update. Not this week, but going into week 1, that Tuesday, they'd have to put out injury report, you know what I mean? Or that Wednesday. So we'd have to get some type of information then. But up until that moment, we don't know how significant or not, whatever he's dealing with is right now.
So I'm assuming early in the season, it's like we're going to be dealing with 6 receivers on the roster.
Yeah.
And then maybe when Calvin Austin's ready to come back, we deal with that the way that we see most fit. We cut Steven Sims, throw him to practice squad. Yeah. Whatever, but I'm good with the 7 because all those guys are good and they earned it. I don't like who. Here's my other thing: like, who are we leaving off that was that important? If we actually feel like Steven Sims could do something for us on offense, as we saw in the preseason, I'm good keeping him because I like what I saw out of him.
Yeah, so I thought that Steven Sims did more than enough to earn his spot on this roster. I think I said this when we were up there. I was like, man, I think it would have been hard for me, like, seeing Steven Sims not make it when he's done literally everything you could ask for. When I think of, this offseason, when we came into the offseason, we were just kind of talking these receivers. Steven Sims wasn't a name that we were bringing up like that. Anthony Miller was.
Yeah.
He was like that dark horse. Miles Boykin, he was a little bit of a dark horse. But we didn't really talk about a Steven Sims. So to see that and to see him in the midst of a George Pickens getting drafted, in the midst of a Calvin Austin getting drafted, in the midst of us bringing a Gunnar Olszewski, all this other stuff, he still found a way to make himself be seen and his presence felt not just one time. 3 separate games with 3 different quarterbacks, 3 different variations of roles, whether it be special teams, whether it's as a wide receiver or as a ball carrier. We saw his impact. We felt that impact. So to me, man, when I'm looking at him, I said, what was the biggest difference in terms of why Calvin Austin would be here? Solely because he was drafted.
Sure.
Outside of that, you really couldn't make this case that he's done something in training camp that was more than Steven Sims, or he did something in the preseason games that was more than Steven Sims. It was solely based on the draft positioning. So that was for me where I was like, all right, if you're going to keep Calvin, you still got to find a way to keep Steven, because Steven is in-game productivity. We know this. We've seen this now on multiple occasions, and he's healthy. The big, I guess, like, part where I didn't agree with it all the way, but I know you were kind of fine with it, was the Miles Boykin one, because I told you, like, I'm looking at him, I'm like, man, we already have a Chase Claypool, we got a George Pickens, those are my bigger body guys. I just personally didn't think that we needed another big body guy. I know that's where you kind of liked having that extra big body guy.
In case either of them got hurt. Like, we're not throwing Steven Sims, Austin, or Gunnar Olszewski on the outside.
You're right. You're 100% right there. But that was my whole thing, because I'm thinking to myself, man, I don't anticipate Chase or Pickens or both getting hurt. But yeah, I can understand you having that luxury or that insurance and stuff like that. But that was like I said, for me, those were the two, the couple of names that kind of was like, I could see one or the other here, but I don't think that any of these dudes, I'm over here like, man, we should have kept this guy over them. Like, when we're talking like Tyler Vaughns, like, as much as I enjoy Tyler Vaughns, I think that he is more of a long-term project, because I think he does have to put more weight on his frame. I think he has to get his body physically ready for what NFL corners are going to look like, because he was facing more of, like we said, more of JV and borderline varsity guys when he was in those games. When I look at Steven Sims, he's already been with the varsity before. Talk about Miles Boykin, he's been with varsity before. Gunnar Olszewski, he's been with varsity before. We got to see what Calvin Austin can do, but he's the draft pick, so we know that buys him time. But that was the one for me, though. Like I said, with Steven, I'm just glad that he's here. So,
yeah. Do we want to talk about the roster as a whole?
Let's do it, because I was about to ask you.
We could go over what, just the cuts? Some of the most notable cuts.
So you wanted to go notable cuts. I was going the other direction. I was looking at the guys who are actually here still.
Sure, I can pull that up.
Well, yeah, because I got the guys that are up. But yeah, however you want to do it, however you pull them up. But obviously the two names that also stood out to me in terms of just the shockers, right? Obviously keeping 7 receivers was a little bit of a shocker. The other for me was keeping just 3 offensive tackles,
right? But
also keeping both Derek Watt and Connor Hayward. When I'm looking at us only having 3 tackles, when I'm looking at us only having this amount of guys, that amount of guys, that's the part
keeping 7 receivers.
Yeah, I'm just like,
are you really surprised though?
I'm not, but I am.
Deep down, are you really surprised?
You want to know why though? This is why I am, because in one moment we talk about how you can't make the club in the tub, right? And we talk about how certain players get cut because they're not available. Then we talk about Derek Watt, and it's like we just kind of forget that whole narrative. And I'm just like, how does that work? And I feel like I'm missing something outside of the obvious. But then I'm like, no, I don't want it to be that obvious. I don't want it to be that.
It is.
It has to be, right? Because I'm just trying, like, that didn't make sense to me at all.
And I think we just got to be fine with it.
You're right. Because I'm just sitting here like, I'm really trying to figure out. And it's like I said, it's not a personal thing with Derek. But to me, I'm just like, how are you justifying not just keeping him on your roster, but the money you're paying him as well? I look at Derek Watt as the fullback / 4th RB. And I'm just asking myself, I'm like, well, you're going to tell me he's a special teams guy. And I'm fine with that. But don't we have, quote unquote, special teams guys? What is Miles Killebrew? Isn't he the special teams guy as well? Like, I thought we just paid him this offseason to be a special teams guy. Let me go down this list, man. Let's see what the special teams guys we have over here.
Mark Robinson now?
Yeah, well, he's definitely going to be a guy. I'm excited about him on special teams, but I'm not even throwing him in there. But I tell you what, Robert Spillane, he's a special teams guy as well. He's a productive player out there. Benny Snell. What is Benny Snell? Special teams guy, makes tackles. That's his job. Miles Boyk, what do you think Miles Boyk is going to be early on? Special teams guy. So for me, I'm just like, I hear that narrative, but I just don't fully agree with it based on what else could be out there. Like when I think of
that is really it, because historically he barely plays. Are we expecting that to change this year all of a sudden with better offensive weapons at receiver? Pat Freiermuth coming into his second year?
I thought I was going crazy, bro. I was over here trying to just figure
Connor
it out.
Hayward even. Okay. If you want to talk about
Derek Tusca gives you special teams productivity, bro. Like we can go down the list of guys that are like, yo, he's a special teamer. He's a special teamer. He's a special teamer. Oh, these are special teamers. And not like the great value. We're like, no, these are quality teamers. Guys you watch and you're like, no, these are guys you depend on. These are guys that play teams. They're double-digit guys. Like, that's what you want. So it's like we have multiple guys like that. But we have the quote-unquote special teams ace that we just paid, Miles Killebrew. And we feel his impact. We see it out there. So that's my thing where I'm just like, I didn't necessarily... Like, if I'm going to keep 4 running backs, why not keep Anthony McFarland as well? Like, that's what I think of. Or let me go initially keep a Joe Haig or keep a John LeGlue. Like, I'm thinking like that area, or even keep a Buddy Johnson for crying out loud. Like, those are some of the things, like, when I'm looking at that initial move right there, I'm just like, Connor and Derek here at the same time. We saw what Connor was doing this offseason, or this preseason. What do you think they're going to be using Derek Watt so differently than how they were using Connor in that phase? Like, I don't see that right now.
When Derek Watt's in, we're probably running it right up the middle. Or maybe we'll do a fullback dive.
How you think that's going to work out, too? I'll just ask for a friend.
Not good, because I even noticed in the last preseason game, whenever we had like 2 or 3 tight ends out there, just big body formations, I'm like, we're running this ball up the middle. What are we doing?
Oh, okay.
I could call that.
Okay. So when he comes on the field, what do you think everybody's going to be saying?
Yeah. Especially if he's only getting in. Well, would we say the snap average for him for the year? Like
3?
If you wanted to do an over under.
Over under 4 snaps a game, right?
4 or 5.
Yeah.
What would you bet?
I'm going with the under.
So every time he's
in terms of offense, like not special teams, like offense is like, yeah, I'm going with the under.
Right.
Yeah. That's my thing. He was the one for me where it was like I said, I didn't want to agree that was the reason why he's here. I did see somebody in the chat. It was Gene Ashley. They said it's like Switzer being back. And I'm just like, bro, I see it. I understand. I didn't want to think that it was like that, even though in my heart I kind of knew it was like that. I'm just like, no, Deke, it's not like that, Deke. No, it can't be like that. I think about how long it took. It wasn't like an easy thing, man.
Well, Derek Watt's making it through his contract. At least.
I know, bro.
I do think Derek Watt will give us better special teams value.
Yes.
Switzer didn't drop the ball, though. We could say that.
Fair.
But we weren't getting more than 5 yards whenever he was trying to return.
But we did feel the presence of when he was not back there returning, we would lose possession. That was not cool.
I guess we took that for granted.
That was not cool. Yeah.
But a lot of people expected him to be like the next Julian Edelman.
They definitely did. The way that we look at Gunner is how they thought Switzer would be for us right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually have some high hopes for Gunner.
Me too. And we've seen but at least we've already seen why, because of what he's been able to do. Whereas with Switzer really never showed up like that here in Pittsburgh.
All right, who else on the roster caught your eye?
Well, it wasn't just that they caught my eye, but more so just in terms of who they were keeping and stuff like that. I alluded to it a little while ago, but at the inside linebacker room, nobody Johnson.
Yeah, I was a little shocked at that.
Yeah. Like, I understand, like, you got to split hairs when we're comparing a Mark Robinson versus a Buddy Johnson. And I do think that
you got to keep Mark Robinson.
Yeah, I thought Mark Robinson clearly earned that spot. I thought that Mark Robinson showed plenty this preseason where you already know my energy with him. You heard the film sessions. It's like, yo, I think that this dude is more than capable of being a guy for us, potentially being a starter for us. You clean up the little mistakes that he's having as a rookie. Or you could look at that and say, well, I'll take those mistakes over, the alternatives. But to me, he definitely did enough. I thought Buddy did some things as well. I think the biggest difference, or in terms of what made Buddy Johnson expendable, because it's a year after him being a 4th-round pick, was because he was out there with Mark Robinson. Yeah. And this is what I mean by that. Both guys were young. Both guys had mistakes out there. The difference is when you're out there with the rookie, you can't look like you're making the mistakes. At times it did like it was him. At times it was definitely Mark, but at times it looked like Buddy. So you're like, okay, you're the number 2 guy or the year 2 guy. You're supposed to mentally be a little bit ahead. The next thing, at times they both look fatigued out there. For the rookies, you kind of give them benefit of the doubt. Second year player, you're like, nah, I don't want to hear that. You need to be better conditioned. The third thing is this. Both of these guys had bad reads or they might have dropped the coverage. The other difference, though, is one athletically is way more gifted so they can make up for it. Whereas with Buddy, he's not the same caliber athlete as Mark Robinson. So when we would watch Mark get beaten, it's like, yo, you still see him flying over there and take out 3 dudes. When Buddy gets beat, you just see him just running really hard. But you don't get that climax at the end. Oh, man, look at that finish right there. That was dope. That, to me, also hurts him, especially when you look at the tape that we put on with Buddy, or you talk about this last game with Buddy. It's like, no, Buddy had some bad plays, but Buddy was knocking people's heads off. See ball, hit ball. But that's the athletic ability that he is allotted to. So when we're talking about splitting hairs, it's like, I get that. But once again, I still would much rather have a young Buddy Johnson in year 2 who I still think can develop a lot more than just keeping Derek Watt simply because of his bloodline, you know?
Yeah, I think you're preaching to the choir there.
Yeah.
Because Buddy Johnson, he showed some stuff. Mm-hmm. I do think, though, too, this is something I don't think we realized until the cuts were actually made. Our inside linebacker depth is actually good.
It's the starters.
We're questioning that second starter.
It's the starter.
Because we have Miles Jack, Devin Bush, Spillane, and now with Mark Robinson's emergence, and I'm guessing we're bringing Marcus Allen back after we cut him because of the whole IR thing with Casey. Yeah. That's what I'm at least seeing on Twitter.
Yeah. Well, because
that's a lot of guys.
And we did talk about the terms of the logistics of why you got to cut guys when you cut them, when you're handling the IR stuff. And as long as they communicate with those players ahead of time, which they probably did with Marcus Allen, and I told you with Marcus, I said, man, when he's healthy, he's one of their special teams guys. The same way we look at Benny, that's how we look at Marcus. He's their guy. Which, once again, it's kind of like, well, if he's a special teams guy as well, why the what? You know what I mean? Like, he's cheaper. He's available.
Well, I'm guessing Allen's going to be back, though.
No, but what I'm saying is, once again, either way, it's like, even when Allen comes back, now we're sitting here saying, well, still, what is the purpose of him? That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah. Not necessarily why isn't Allen coming back. I do think Allen should be back as well, and I understand that part. I'm just saying it just seems, like I said, once again, with the way our roster is built, it's like kind of feel like we're just wasting the spot there. But if that's the way they rolling with, that's the way they rolling with it, you know?
I think it is strictly special teams guy.
Yeah.
And to keep TJ happy, which I'm good with.
Maybe it was in the contract when TJ signed it. Right, wrong, and indifferent, my brother stays.
We would have found that out, though. If they're leaking the Kyler Murray contract like that.
That's different, though, bro.
We would have had to have seen that.
That's different.
Because aren't they public? The contracts are public.
The numbers are public. I don't know if all of the details are public, but the numbers are definitely public.
I don't know who was it that got a hold of Murray's contract?
It could be in like the fine. It could be in the fine print, just like a final paragraph on the final page of section 17A hyphenated 1B-X. My brother stays. Right, wrong, or indifferent. Boom. Like, that's it. Could have just been that, man. Yeah.
McFarland was a little bit of a shock if we're talking about guys that didn't make it. But I thought that they were just going to keep 4 running backs. I guess if you want to consider Derek Watt a running back, that would have meant 5.
Yeah.
Because of how Jaylen Warren played. And I didn't think McFarland did anything to get cut. But this goes back to also when we were talking about receivers. I thought we were going to keep 6 receivers instead of 7. I thought
6 was max. Yeah.
So if you get it down to, hey, we're keeping 4 running backs here, including Derek Watt, you're not cutting Jaylen Warren. I'm sorry. I would have been disgusted if that happened. And it came down to Benny Snell and Anthony McFarland. And Benny Snell, I guess, gives them the special teams, and Danny Smith trusts him in that and was probably sticking up for him.
Honestly, though, that is the difference. McFarland, his special teams is as a returner.
We don't really need that.
Exactly. Not just Gunnar Olszewski, not just the Steven Stemms element, but we drafted Calvin Austin. Here's another guy that's supposed to give you return ability as well. A guy that we said maybe would even push Gunnar Olszewski if he's healthy. So with the McFarland part, it's kind of like, yeah, you're right. It's like a little bit overkill in a sense. But
especially this is why I thought we were going to keep him too. Everything we've talked about, he has a speed that none of those other guys in the backfield have. How much was he going to see the field, though?
To me, though, I thought that he was going to have a defined role as that third down pass catcher, the whenever you want to go screen draw, that type of running back. And then I was also impressed with how he was actually being able to run in between the tackles this preseason.
Yeah, he did fine.
And was doing some good stuff. I think Jaylen Warren really just jumped on the scene and kind of, I thought Jaylen carved himself out.
McFarland's back there. He's on practice squad. He is on practice squad.
Yeah, but it's a difference, and we would all agree with that. It is very much a difference. But I thought that Jaylen just did such a good job this preseason of just solidifying, like, yo, you have to keep me. Like, you can't move on from Jaylen with what he was doing, offensively, and not just with the ball as a runner or a receiver, but also in his pass protection. Like, all those things matter, man.
I'm just gonna check to see if we got any more updates on these practice.
Because right now we knew we had 4 guys.
So 3. It's still a 3.
But I'm saying 4 because of the Marcus Allen news.
Right.
Like, just kind of like that conversation.
He's going to be back, is what you're saying. Yeah. LeGlue, McFarland, McCollum still. Yeah. All official. Practice squad.
Yeah. So we'll see, man. We got to check the twitter.com and stuff like that. And obviously we'll have that finalized list come Friday as well.
Okay. Is there anything else in terms of who's on the roster, the cuts?
No, I did want to talk a little bit. Were you surprised at the 7 D linemen that we kept?
Those guys specifically or the number?
Just the number in general.
The number 7?
Because I know that was the conversation initially when we had brought in Loudermilk and then drafted DeMarvin. It was like, man, typically you're going to roll with like 6 of those dudes.
Oh, you're saying 7's too much?
No, I'm just asking to you.
Typically.
Yeah.
Is that what it typically is too much? Usually it's 6.
I mean,
because wide receivers, we were usually 6.
Yeah.
We had 7. No, you keep all those guys.
Okay.
There's not one name on that list where I'm like, hey, you had to cut.
Hey, dude, I agree.
If they would have cut DeMarvin Leal,
you can't cut DeMarvin. Get out of here, bro.
I would have been in an uproar.
Think what
Loudermilk, I still think there's something there. Montravius Adams, he's like that steady backup defensive tackle for you. And you're not cutting Wormley, Alu, Ogunjobi, or Cam.
Yeah.
It works out for me. I think they made a good decision on that.
Yeah. So when I look at DeMarvin, obviously, bro, he was the 3rd round pick. They ain't moving on for him the same year they drafted him.
Well, and he played good.
Yeah, that's my thing. And he looks like he has a chance to be. Yeah, it looks like he has a chance. He has a lot of upside.
I guess Loudermilk would have been the guy if you had to pick one.
To me, the 2 dudes that stood out that initially when training camp started that I said could be in danger was Loudermilk and Montravius Adams. And the reason was this. I said with Loudermilk, I thought that he played really well last year. I thought that he could have got more reps if it wasn't for Chris Wormley playing as well as he did. Wormley just played too good. He's too consistent. He's the poor man's Cam Hayward. And that's why I'm like a fan of his game, because he's so fundamentally sound. It's like, boom, boom, boom. You just know what you're going to get out of him. He wins when he's supposed to win. So part of me was like, man, if Loudermilk has a bad camp, maybe with him being a 5th rounder, they're not going to feel as inclined to keep him. Montravius, I was like, well, we brought him on late in the season last year. Now, he came in and helped us out, but he was a late addition, so he doesn't have that homegrown feeling. Then, because of how training camp was going, we also saw that Montravius missed a ton of time. That's the other part for me where I was like, man, I thought that he was going to get that axe because he hasn't been available. I do think the reason why they decided to roll with Montravius, though, is because he's backing up Tyson. Tyson is older. He's not old because he's my age, and that's my dude. 2010 draft class, you better keep holding it down for us, baby. Keep holding it down.
Yeah, who else are we going to have on this defensive line to be that locked-in backup?
Like, he could legit play nose, and then you could legit bump him to the 3 when you're playing nickel. And, yes, he is a upgrade over Henry Mondeau. We all would agree with that. And Henry's the dude. Like, Henry, I got nothing but love for Henry, man. Obviously, friend of the show, too, man. Shout out to Henry. But we know Henry isn't capable of playing the way that Montravius is able to play. So I do hope that this means that Montravius, whatever he's been dealing with injury-wise, is not as significant, and we should be having him by week 1, hopefully. That's the part for me that I'm like, all right, if we're doing this, this needs to be he's back available to us.
Yeah. I like how they did this order based off strictly number. Didn't want to give any hints to a depth chart.
Nothing.
Well, that could be another conversation here. You see,
because there's no depth chart just yet.
Is not announcing the starting quarterback.
I was about to say, he said, I'm not telling you. Even if we got a decision, we ain't telling y'all.
It's got to be for strategic purposes, right?
Yeah, it's 100%.
It has to be going into week 1.
He knows who it is. 100% he knows who it is. But if I tell everyone today, hey, is Mr. Trubisky starting quarterback week 1, that just gives the Cincinnati Bengals extra time to prepare specifically for Mitch Trubisky. Whereas when you say, hey, man, I don't know who it is. Even though Cincinnati might be feeling like, yeah, we know it's going to be Mitch. We know it's going to be Mitch.
There's no way it can't be. Because Mitch got all the first-team reps. Played the whole first half in the last preseason game.
Know.
Pickett hasn't gotten any run with the ones like that.
I know. But that is the gamesmanship. And I've been in these meetings on defense when we're all saying the same thing. Bro, he ain't played all, man. I ain't trying to hit that coach, man. You know he ain't going to be out there. Listen, guys, we're gonna work 60 plays of this quarterback, and we're going to have a 20-play package of this quarterback we're working on. They make you do it. And another thing in the preseason, you'll put certain things out there on tape, even though you're not planning on running it, just so a team has to prepare for it. So he's smart with what he's doing, but we all in Pittsburgh know who it's going to be. Cincinnati, they're about 90% sure who it's going to be. But this at least gives you that little... If
it got me excited.
Yeah, because my whole thing is I'm like, man, when it comes to playing football, right, if I can just have you, Deke, not prepare for just 5 plays because you were thinking about, hey, it might be this quarterback. And on those 5 plays, I score on 2 of them. I score on 3 of them. That's the difference in the game. That's the difference in winning and losing. It don't take 60 of them. All I need is like 5 of these things to really go in my favor, and now I got you. And if you don't prepare for them because you're thinking about which quarterback it could be, well, then, hey, it did its job.
Or maybe it's not even about the decision. Tomlin already bamboozled everyone. Because he had Pickett running with the third team and the second team stuff, and he's going to announce him the starter. So everyone's prepping for Trubisky.
I thought they were going to...
And he's going to pull Houdini week 1.
I thought it was going to be Mason. I thought he was going to hit us all with the...
No.
We roll with Mason. I stand by him. He's getting a fair chance.
I don't know if anyone could pull off that magic trick.
Come on, man. He's got this road trade value. He can't have trade value unless you go out there. He's going to play the first 4 games, ball out, average 400 a game. Come on, man.
Well, I got to stick to my guns. I do think we could be fine with Mason.
He's a 30-10 guy.
But we know it's over.
No, he's a 30-10 guy, man. 30-10
He could be if he started. I stand by that 100%. The potential was there. He could have done that.
I don't stand by that statement, but I stand by you standing by that statement. So it's kind of like I kind of with you, but I'm kind of not, but I'm just roll with it.
Yeah, I think if he would have started, there was a % chance that 30-10 was possible. Maybe it would have been 31-7.
Tell you, man, it's Mason coming back, bro. Dark horse candidate.
No, it's over.
I'm still holding out hope, man. I'm getting that Mason Dobbs matchup, baby. I don't care what you say. I'm getting Mason versus Dobbs week 3. It's happening. Kellen Mond, I don't care if you got claimed, bro. You getting beat out. It's Dobbs' job to lose. How
about they get
that?
Picked up by Cleveland?
They claimed him. Yeah, they claimed him. That's crazy too. After 1 year.
So Mond
wasn't he first? He was Mond was. Did he go first round?
No, third round.
Third round. You're right.
I think it was third round.
Yeah, but that's 1 year later, man. They moved on from him. Yeah.
Life in the NFL.
Happens fast.
Anyone else? The rosters?
Let me see. Because those were the big names I wanted to talk.
I wasn't really too jarred or thrown off by just the final 53-man roster. Whenever you see the cuts, you're like, oh, Buddy Johnson, McFarland. Yeah, that kind of throws me off because I just always thought they were going to be on the roster. But whenever you look
it's not
at who we kept versus who we cut, it's like, should we be that surprised?
Yeah.
Not really.
I don't think we should be surprised at all. I think all of this makes a lot of sense. I just want to see, man, are we going to really roll with just 3 tackles, though? That's still my thing on offense. I don't necessarily believe we're going to do it, but on paper, that's what we're doing right now.
Well, we obviously are rolling with Dan Moore as the starting left tackle right now, too. I think that's the main thing. If we're not rolling with Dan Moore or we got to make a change at some point in the season, we just got to get a new dude in there.
Yeah. Well, and like we said, that's even.
I feel like Jesse Davis is more for the depth. If any of these guys go down, like you said, the leadership, we need to trade for someone if Dan Moore's struggling these first 3 weeks. That's a whole separate issue, I think.
Yeah. Fair enough. But that's my whole thing, right? Like in terms of like the Derek White part and then the 3 tackles. Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
All right, dude. Well,
I like it, man. I like it.
Is that it for roster construction?
I believe it is.
We talked the trades. We just have super chats?
Yeah, I think that's it, man.
Okay.
Let's get it, baby.
Man, where are we at? Because this thing could be all over the place.
Hold on. I saw the Matthew Gisner with his mom. Tyler Vaughn's practice squad was Harper U.
I think that, yeah.
Yeah,
Did I say that one?
I don't remember.
I think I did.
I feel like you did because we talked Vaughns.
We did talk about Vaughn's a little bit. I'll read it again just in case.
I like your due diligence right there.
I was hoping we could get Tyler Vaughn's on practice squad. I didn't see him get. Oh yeah, we said that one. Yep, middle of the sentence. That's when I remembered. Okay, Yo Young. What's this referring to? My thing is pay him vet min if we keep him. I don't remember what his first comment was that he's following up on.
All right. I will go insert because I'm trying to think. Unless we're talking Derek Watt, maybe? Who? Because I'm trying to think. What other guys were we talking about keeping for the vet minimum? Or that we're talking about money-wise? Because I thought he was the only one, right?
No clue.
Yeah, I'm going back. I don't see specifically who he was referring to. Yeah.
Well, that one just might be lost in the shuffle. Sorry.
Could be. Or he might spin the block. I'll see if he adds anything in the regular chat as well, man.
AJ Martinez jumping back in to say hi. Bad arses. Moats Deke in the chat. Happy B-Day to the nice lady.
Hey, there it is. Salute, man. Everybody shouting out Mama Trudy in the building, man. Let's go.
Matthew Gisner.
Oh, and Jacob Malesio did just let us know that we just added 8 players to our practice squad. He put it in the regular chat, so check for the update. That might be just happening right now as well.
We'll see how good Steelers Depot is.
Mm-hmm.
They got this nice tracking site for all the moves.
Let's go.
They did it. Wow. Okay. Ready?
All right, here we go. Talk to me.
McFarland. Already talked about
all right,
him.
like that.
Cody White.
Shout out to the homie Cody, bro. He's another one that low-key had a nice little offseason, nice little preseason. We just didn't think that he was going to be able to do enough to surpass some of the dudes that was in front of him. But he's also one of the homies from the show, too, man. Shout out to him. Yeah.
Leglue, we said him.
Let's go.
McCollum, we said him. William Dunkel.
Okay, Dunkel was here, yeah.
Yeah, I talked about him.
Fair enough.
That last preseason game. Could have been a sleeper pick, I thought. Carlos Davis. Got to have one of the Davis brothers back.
They went Carlos? Not Carlos? I'll leave it alone.
There's still 8 more spots.
I'll leave it alone.
I think this could be one of those brother situations where maybe Khalil's looking at other teams, but to get Carlos on the roster, it's like, hey, we got your brother back. Why don't you sign with us?
Okay. Because I was like, I mean, they both make plays, yes. They both made plays in that final preseason game. But if I had to choose, I think I'm more of a Khalil than a Carlos, personally. Let me double check the number because you know they are twins. I want to make sure I got the numbers correct. You know, I could have looked at the wrong number, but I feel like I did not look at the wrong number. But I'm going to just double check it, all right? If that's cool with you.
Our homie Hamilcar Rashid's back.
Shout out to Hamilcar. All right.
And
see,
Elijah
him
Riley.
as a practice squad player, that's a different conversation than him as the third outside linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
When we talk about guys that you're saying, hey, man, do you buy into his development? Do you think he could do something? We talked about, yes, we think that he has some things that make him exciting, but as the third outside linebacker is not consistent enough. That I do enjoy, though. I think that, man, he, of the bunch, I think that he definitely did enough that it makes more sense to bring him back on that practice squad, even over at Delonte Scott. And Delonte has really good size with him. His length, like, that's what made him so intriguing to the Steelers. But to me, I think Hamilcar is further along in his development as a run stopper and a pass rusher. So, yeah, I get with that.
And then Elijah Riley. That's safety we just signed last week.
I will say this. I mixed the numbers up. Carlos, I like the Carlos one. We're good. He was the number 73. I thought he was the 68 one, bro. I thought he was the 68.
So throw my theory out?
Yes, we're good. Yeah, I definitely thought he was the 68. That's why I said let me double check it. The 73 one, yes. The 68, it was more inconsistent. Both made plays, but 68 was definitely more inconsistent than 73. Yeah, that's why I double checked it. See, hey, players mess up every once in a while, man. You know what I'm saying? I do my homework though. My bad, Carlos. I don't want no smoke, baby. I'm on your team. You the right one. Yeah.
Well, those signings are fine.
Yeah.
I think that makes sense.
I like it then, man.
Guys that we just cut.
Yeah.
But
and shout out to Elijah Riley, man. Jumped on that late train, but we said he made plays, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, and found a way to get on that practice squad, man. So I definitely like that for him. Salute him.
G. Alexander. Wagwan Moats.
Let's go.
When TJ signed his big contract, it was in the fine print. We get this O-line in the top 20, this team will shine. Bring back Chico.
If he's
I'm with him. Yeah,
I just want to know if he's healthy, like, because he missed bro, I'm trying to think. Marcus missed. Did he play in any of these preseason games?
No.
I'm about to say, because he's been hurt since we were down there at training camp, and that was before the first preseason game. And he was still with the sleeve on then. Yeah.
I'm definitely with him on the offensive line, though. We get in that top 20. That could be a difference maker.
Fair enough.
Doesn't have to be a finished product, but yeah, just be better, please.
Yeah. Did you say please?
Yeah.
Asking nicely. Pretty please.
I'm praying
please.
for it.
Come on, man. Don't you want to do it for us? Do it for yourself.
Yo Young says, yeah, I was referring to Derek Watt.
All right. So, yeah, if the money was different, yeah. And that's kind of like what we obviously saw with Garoppolo going back to the Niners. They just said, all right, we're going to readjust these numbers, make it work for you. They could have done that here, but that's their pocket. That's not our pocket. Salute Derek for getting the money and them paying them, man. By any means necessary, you make it work for yourself. I'm happy for him.
That is it.
I like it then, man.
It's the end of the Super Chats.
Bro, that was a vibe.
Are there any other loose ends?
Let me think real quick, actually.
We just got the updated practice squad signings. I mean, I could check Twitter. I mean, the chat's normally on top of that.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, like, if there was anything breaking that just happened right now, we'd probably see it.
Well, shoot then. If everything look good on your end, everything good
Short
on
show?
my end, I'm not tripping. We say short, so that thing's still an hour and 50 minutes. That's the funny part. It's just short for what we accustomed to, but man, we ain't tripping on that thing, man. Yeah, because we talked Alex Leatherwood, talked that situation, talked Dan Moore, talked our running backs, talked QBs. No Chris Oladoke no more. He's out in Kansas City. You said that, yeah. Trying to think. I'm over here like, man, I think we solid. Maybe we solid. Think we solid.
Oh, actually, I have just a curious question. I'm legitimately curious about this.
Is this a question that's going to get me in any trouble with my home life? Just asking.
No. The O.J. Howard cut by the Bills. Why did that happen?
Just checking.
I mean, once they cut him, I'm thinking like, whoa, could the Steelers bring him on two tight end situation?
No. I was definitely surprised with that as well. I haven't actually had a chance to like dive in.
It's
to
too
see,
late.
Like,
he's going to the Bengals.
I did see that because they claimed him. Yeah, it wasn't even like the full 24 hours that he was like even released. They claimed him, but yeah, I'm not 100% sure what was going on with him. Yeah. Once we got to like our training camp, I kind of was like, yo, I'm tuning in, but I'm not as tuned in because I'm putting more in here. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm not all the way aware of what that dynamic was. I'll probably be knowing it within like the hour. But yeah,
literally outside of injuries with him, he's
nice.
Been
he's
fine.
A good player, bro.
Like,
he's a good player.
Whenever Brady first went down there, he got injured early in the season, but he was cooking before he got hurt.
Nah, for a fact, he's a good player, bro.
Has there been any other big releases just around the league?
Leatherwood was the big one. Marlon Mack. I don't think that's as surprising.
No, he's been hurt.
No.
So much.
Kenyon Drake. You saw the Ravens just claimed him.
Oh yeah, that's kind of a bummer.
That was the one that I saw that I was surprised.
That's a good move by them.
I like that move a lot by them, especially their situation.
Their backup running back sucked.
Yeah, and JK is coming off of injury as well. You know what I mean? Whereas when you talk about our situation with the Najee Harris, it's like, yeah, we don't need that. We already know what we have here is proven. Everything is good. Like, we don't need anything to mess up that hierarchy.
Okay, I'll just go over these real quick. Eagles deal former first-rounder Jalen Reagor to the Vikings. Wow. Yeah, no more space for him with the Eagles, but if he could be a third guy for the Vikings.
Is the consistency going to be there, though? That's his issue.
Yeah, because the Vikings still need like a third guy.
Yeah.
Sonny Michel returns to L.A. but signs with the Chargers. He was cut from the Dolphins.
Okay.
Yeah, Bears claim Leatherwood.
Yeah.
Not much else. You already were on the Mond one. The Browns claimed him. David Blau joins the Lions cut list, and they signed Sudfeld. Sudfeld. I mean, there's one Sudfeld that played tight end. There's another Sudfeld.
There's a tackle. All these Sudfelds out there, man.
It doesn't matter. My point still stands that they could actually use Mason Rudolph if they're willing to give us something of value.
But clearly, we're not trying to move on, and now definitely not knowing that Oladoke is on another roster now.
Yeah.
Man. Life
Call
happens
Podges.
fast in the NFL, man.
Call up Doc.
Man, we just trade back for Dobbs. What if we did that? We're going to trade Mason for
Dobbs. I definitely don't think we're trading Mason now. You're right. With no more Oladoke.
I don't think we're moving this dude, man.
Because you're going to want to get a third guy in there some way or another just to have.
Yeah.
In case things go bad.
Well, because you got Mitch and then you have a rookie. Like, regardless of who the rookie is, he's still just a rookie. So it's like, we feel confident in him, but still got to, like, see it, you know?
I think you're right. Mason needs to get things spicy here.
Yeah.
He needs to request a trade for his own sake. Even though for the Steelers, I don't want that. I do want to keep Mason because Still scarred from 2019. We've been over this.
Fair enough. All right, we do have a couple more supers that pulled up, and I do like. Is that ESPN you on? Because I see my boy Danucci up there, man. Shout out to that's the real 7. That what you told me?
No, hell no.
I would agree.
I think he got cut.
He might have. I hope not though. Can you check on my dog, please?
I can't. No, I can't. I thought that was an ESPN Plus article.
Oh, you ain't trying to pay for the Plus?
I do. It's on my phone though. I honestly can't remember what my account is or the password, but it's just always.
What's your email address?
I'm not throwing out my email address like that.
Why you don't want to
actually? No. I should. I got a few.
I can hit you up, man.
Yeah, I should throw a business one out there. Actually.
Yeah, man.
Okay, we're looking for Dallas.
Yes, please.
Was I on
completely it? Doesn't have anything to do with this. I just need to see if my dog made it. And bro, I got a fire shirt that
he's gone.
Listen, I got a fire shirt that I just copped that you're gonna hate, but I love it. Can't wait to wear it.
You're wearing it soon?
Soon enough.
Is it college or NFL related?
It's NFL related.
It's a Bill shirt.
It's NFL related. It is so NFL related, Deke.
Is it a Bill shirt?
I'll just say it taps into the nostalgia. So it could be Buffalo. It could definitely be Buffalo.
It's a Dion jersey.
It could be Dion. It's a lot of options when it's nostalgia.
It
could be Ray Lewis. It could be Ray Lewis too. You know that was.
Yeah, you said you liked Ray Lewis,
bro. That was my man. Got a lot on the table with this thing, man. But I'm very excited about it. I can't wait to.
When are you rocking it?
I haven't decided yet, man. I was like, should I hit him with the space talk? Do I hit him on a Monday post game? Do I hit him on a? You see what I'm saying? Yeah. I was like, it's different than it's in season though. That's my part. In season, I'm like, ooh. But I'm definitely gonna try it though. You better believe that. Yeah. All right. So let's get the last couple that came in, and after that, we'll be all right.
Austin Gow. I love Malik Reed move. Always listen to y'all at work. Always makes time go by while learning more info about the best team in the NFL.
Nah, salute you, man. We appreciate the support, man. Nah, the Malik Reed move, I like it a ton as well, man. You can see in the video when I was reacting. Big smile to start it out. That's how you know I like the dude, man. When that looks like, all right, so we got this guy. This is different. He's like, all right, But when the smile come out, oh, that's the one. That's the good guy.
Mike Lang, change of subject. Can y'all put to rest the Tomlin hate in the chat? People saying he's not a Hall of Fame coach. He only wins with Cowher's team.
Oh, my gosh.
He's a Hall of Famer.
He is definitely a Hall of Fame coach. Like, I don't know what else he would need to prove. I don't know what else he would need to do to add to his resume to convince anybody that currently doesn't think that he's a Hall of Fame coach. I look at some of the Hall of Fame coaches that are in the Hall of Fame, and I look at Coach Tomlin, and I say I think he stacks up extremely well to all of those dudes. I think that he's he's definitely a Hall of Famer. Not even more than likely, he's definitely a Hall of Famer. So, yeah.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I don't want to go over everything because I'm just going to sound like a broken record. No losing season,
like
Super Bowl champ, been to 2 Super Bowls.
The AFC champions. Like, it was like, come on, bro. Like, we ain't got to keep doing this. Yeah.
Division titles, whatever it is.
Yeah. Whatever criteria you want to talk about, it's not too many on the list that are going to have more than what he has already accomplished. And when you throw in the age element as well, that was also a huge benefactor for him. So, yeah. I mean, shoot, bro. Bill Cowher is a Hall of Famer. He has 1 ring, right? I'm not tripping on that. Okay. All right. Okay. Just check. Make sure I ain't tripping on that. He got losing seasons too, right? All right. Just checking. And you know Bill. That's our dude. He's been on the show. Love Bill, man. Shout out to Coach Cowher. Absolutely. I don't even call him Bill. I call him Coach Cowher. It's out of respect. But I'm just saying to myself, I'm like, Bill Cowher's in there. Mike Tomlin's resume is, you could either say identical or you could say better, just depending on how you want to make the argument for it. But to me, I don't see how one is and the other's not. That's all.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that.
Without going further into it, but yes.
Let's go, U-Dub. Was really hoping we get Chris Owens on the practice squad.
Where did he end up signing at?
I don't know. I'll check.
Yeah, I don't know where he signed at. Yeah,
he's not on right now.
And how many guys do we have? Because he said there was 8 guys.
We still got
total, so we still have
8 more we could sign.
Yeah, so I'm like, yeah, we still got some time.
I'll check to see if it updated over the last couple minutes. Still 8 of 16, and then Chris Owens on Twitter. I'm not seeing much. There's But no, I'm not seeing anything.
Is that the right Chris Owens you looking at, bro?
No, I guess
it's like,
probably a lot of people named
I don't think
Chris
that's the Chris Owens, bro. At first, I was like, yo, is that a heart? I don't think that's him. I don't think that's him, bro.
If he signs, we'll talk about him Friday.
Bro, you got to love to edit that, bro. I saw how you was looking. I'm looking at the same way, like, I don't think that is him, Deke. I do not think that's him, bro.
Nope. Michael Brooks, healthy or not, bring back Slime.
Okay. Fine with me, man.
Who's he talking about?
I think he was talking about Marcus Allen.
That's what I was guessing, too. So, yeah, I'm fine with bringing him back.
Yeah, I'm good with it, hurt or not. He's a fun player. Fun dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shoot. I'm trying to think. Yeah, man. We got love for him. Absolutely.
Yeah, we did an interview.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, yeah, it was his first year or second year. Yeah, so we never talked to him before. Absolutely.
I think that's it.
I'm good if you're good, man. Like I said, man, we ain't got to make this thing drawn out. We gave him that content. We hit it and quit it, baby. So with that being said, salute each and every one of y'all that were here with us today. We greatly appreciate you. If you have not done so already, make sure you like the video, like the stream, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. You'll appreciate it even more for yourself and for others when they join this community as well. If you're going to the backyard brawl tomorrow and you see my dog Deke, y'all better give him some love out there. All right?
Yeah, I don't want to brawl.
Yeah. No brawls, just love. All right? Of any kind. He's open to everything. Literally. So, with that being said, man, we appreciate y'all. And until next time, baby.
Peace.
Let's go.